rolled up onto the scene in a huge way. You know, the only player that could really beat him back then, well, two of them, Madsen and a Foxy Grandpa, they were his nemesis Nemesises in 2015. And still rocking. You know, Tekken Master has been playing multiple games throughout the year, but is still absolutely crushing it in Mortal Kombat. And going back to the Baraka Striker, which in Mortal Kombat 1 was the team that he used to win UFA in Paris last year, which was the first Pro Tour event for Europe.
Yeah, much
so
of
back to his roots, I think.
Well, much of Tekken Master's success in Mortal Kombat 1 specifically did come from early in the game's life, has not been as active with the game in Season 2, but clearly active enough to still stay on point when push came to shove and it was time for those Middle East online qualifiers. Tekken Master was able to defeat Faisal, who is another one of our world finalists who got second place in the online qualifier. It was a first place show, right? That prize of Final Combat went to Tekken Master. Faisal was able to travel around, get those points, make it in on the leaderboard. But even though, in the build-up to this event, Tekken Master, I think, dare I say, which is a crazy thing to say in hindsight, I've been sleeping on him in this event. Tekken Master, who's been around as long as he has and has been as successful as he has been in MKX, in Justice 2, Mortal Kombat 11, and now back-to-back finalists in MK1, people have been like, nah, he's not been playing. No, he's not going to do anything. And I think what a mistake that would be.
If you think Tekken Master hasn't been playing, you don't know Tekken Master.
He might not be very vocal about it, but you know he's been grinding. And online Kale, I mean, what else is there to say? So successful this year, has just had such an amazing breakout year with really a combination of Kung Lao, Homelander, T1000, whereas Tekken Master, this team right here, the Baraka Striker, this is what Tekken Master will be doing for the foreseeable.
All right, off to a really good start here, full combo online Kale, and immediately has Tekken Master in the corner, sending a message to say, I am not afraid to wake up attack. I mean, you kind of need to show Kung Lao that you're not afraid to pull the trigger on that defense.
Oh, there's the overhead though, Kale. Looking for that corner pressure. Good block from Tekken Master, trying to fight his way out here. Now that's going to be the name of the game with Baraka Striker. Baraka is going to be committing to some really dangerous attacks, and Striker is there to cover them. A lot of grenade toss to make things that were normally, when they get blocked, you're in danger, right? You're unsafe, you can make them safe, you can even make it your turn to keep pressing attacks, right? You can fake it out. There's a lot of utility for it, but online Kale, he's played against this strategy a lot. He knows what to do. Oh, but there's a big confirm. Oh, nice catch.
Some of the new stuff. Some of the new stuff. That charge Baraka forward 3 wasn't a thing back when he used Baraka full time.
But you can see the sequence. Okay, Kale manages to find that low poke, starting some good offense with it, and an interruption. Tekken Master.
He knows. Like I'm saying, people are like, yo, this guy, they think this guy hasn't been practicing. Who else do you think is going to block that overhead and just interrupt the gap because they know it's there? Come on now.
Of course. I'm expecting genuinely that this. Oh, wow.
Oh,
hang on. Hold that thought.
What an up block. Online Kale, young man reactions.
You have to remember, but why are you doing that? That charged overhead from Baraka, it's plus on block, which means if your opponent blocks it, you can keep pressing buttons. But if you go for the up block, you completely nullify it. And Kale, he's ready.
That jump back hat, the airborne hat, such an amazing keep away tool for Kung Lao. It just controls so much of the screen. And those sector missiles, you block that overhead low 50-50 on Kung Lao, so like it's not his turn still.
And there it is again. Now, that confirms for sure, Kale, he is reacting to that overhead. And that's the dynamic. Baraka, that overhead he's got, you can do a quick version, which is harder to react to, or you can do a charged version, which makes it better on block. It launches on hit for a large follow-up, a larger follow-up, I should say, than the normal one. But the downside, when you charge it, it makes it reactable because it makes it slower. And Kale, back-to-back, twice, immediately ready with that up block. And not only does it, deal with it, it makes it unsafe, so you die.
Online Kale, I think really going into this final with just a message to send. Like just being crafted in the world of online, and I know that some people have like, we know what people online can be like, they might sort of dismiss some of your accomplishments. That was...
No, that's not, but you can't do
I
that.
don't even know what I was talking about there. I got rudely interrupted by that sick armored sequence. All the way to the corner, I might add.
But I feel like these days online competition is such a regular part, especially the competitive MK community, that it has become, from many, many years ago where online wasn't what it is today. It's, you know, there was that stigma of, oh yeah, well, you're playing online, play offline where it matters. Whereas nowadays, online, you can definitely get competitive practice in the online environment. That's why they do pro competition online with different regions. Okay, the adaptation from Kale.
Instant answer. What?
So last time Tekken Master tried to interrupt off of that Kung Lao overhead into the follow-up. This time Kale goes into an armored option. You want to press a button? Absorption. Beating it clean.
Plus frames. Looking for the low poke. All right, knockdown from Striker. Every knockdown for Baraka can be pretty decent. In this matchup in particular, it's very strange, though, because that down forward two from Baraka, that just barrage where he moves forward. Ooh. Kung Lao's armored launcher whiffs on that. He just completely goes through Baraka. He has to go for the spin, but the spin's a good move anyway.
But it's good to see Kale use like the entire toolset of Kung Lao. You know, Kung Lao not as popular as he used to be in the competitive space, particularly at MK1, but Kale really has just stuck true with him.
Uh-oh. I don't know what Kale thought was coming, but it was a launcher. Delay grab, beautiful
nice
tech.
Throw tech. Kale sees it coming. Ooh. Almost dead even on life, but Kale with a decent advantage in the meter department. You can see every time Striker comes out, Kale has to be hesitant.
Oh no! And you've got Fatal Blow as well.
Do you think this does enough?
I mean, it's 950 as well. I reckon so. Definitely. More than enough.
I think so, yeah. Normally you can tell by, you know, that kind of first half of the Fatal Blow damage. Kung Lao going to follow things up. Good night. And that is a 2-0 lead, Kale. Definitely one of the favorites, if not the favorite.
Look at the power walk.
Yeah, I feel like going into this group, Kale has had such a successful year with just amazing results over like some of the best players in competitive Mortal Kombat. That, I mean, it's hard not to see him in this group and think he's definitely making it out, you know, for sure. Obviously, we can't say anything too definitive yet, but what a fantastic start. And every set you can win without losing a match in the process is going to make you so much better off in the later stages of the group.
I like that, ending the combo early at the very beginning just to get so many knockdown frames to guarantee that safe jump. Put the pressure on thick.
When was the last time we saw any Kung Lao use that string?
I think a lot of people watching, he's done it again! Just forgetting that move exists, to be honest.
And there's the spin, adaptation from Kale, not letting Tekken Master get away with anything at all, and that's going to be a match point already. We might be having two quick matches back-to-back catch-up.
Oh, really thought that was going to catch. I think, honestly, the visual obstruction of those grenades somewhat caused hesitation in what combo to go for.
Okay, no bar this time, but a flawless block, going to deny that chip from Kale. Tekken Master finishing the string, maybe anticipating that Kale was going to try and punish it.
The fact that Kung Lao flies backwards after doing that hat toss really helps him evade projectiles. Wow. Oh, he knew!
Oh, that's going to be enough, surely. Surely there's a route here. No, Kale.
Safe jump, it looked like.
Yeah, going for a reset instead.
Boosh!
Not quite enough to get the kill, but Kale just needs one more hit. There it is! Oh, no! Down in front, Baraka.
Someone wipe him off the screen. There's a bug in our face.
That's all right. He splat off. He slid down. He's out. He's out. Man,
someone
what a start from
Janitor.
Kale. My goodness. Yo, Janitor in the world of Mortal Kombat, that is an unsavory job. That is not where you want to be.
Did you just see that cheeky little sort of smile there from Kale? He knows what he just did.
Yo, Kale's coming
He knows what he just did.
No. You know Kale is coming into this event with supreme confidence. You know, a fantastic year. And I mean, just it really goes to show that young generation, the new generation of competitive Mortal Kombat players, you know, the future looks bright for them. If they're going to grind like that, they can get to qualify for a stage like this and maybe play for a tidy six-figure sum tomorrow. Who knows?
Yeah, it's crazy to think that flat $200,000 prize pool that people are going to be competing for.
Yeah, imagine playing Mortal Kombat as a teenager and winning like hundreds of thousands of dollars doing it.
I wasn't doing that when I was his age.
No, we were just playing like Deception, just going on falling cliffs and just like, seeing who could last
Falling
longest.
Cliffs was a very good time, though. It was. You bring all your mates in because that's the one stage that anyone can win. Because all you got to do is knock them off, and it's. Don't want to get too nostalgic here because we're talking about MK1. That's the main focus of this tournament. But overall,
like MK isn't a nostalgic series to begin with. We're talking 30 years of legacy.
It's steeped in it.
It is, absolutely. But what a fantastic match for Online Kale. And again, any match you can win 3-0, man, that could do you so much good later on in the group. Should we eventually, not to get ahead of ourselves, go to a tiebreaker situation, but perhaps the first half hour of a group isn't the best time to talk about tiebreaker, so we'll leave that until
Give it some time, mate. Give it some time.
So who haven't we seen in this group yet? So we've seen Lavender Rain, Kale, Tekken Master Bro.
One player.
Yeah, there's one player left who we have not seen yet.
Kanamani!
Kanamani! There he is, on your left. The undisputed #1 EU player of Mortal Kombat right now. You know, the dominance, this again, another young player, has only had a couple of years, if that, of experience in offline competition and has already been making fantastic waves, all the way back from the online tournament days of kind of like later stage MK11, right out of the gate, doing well at UFA in year 1 of pro competition last year. Another one of our back-to-back Final Combat finalists. Kanamani regrettably was not able to qualify for the top 8 finals day last year. Has been more dominant than year 1 this year. So I think there's definitely a potential we can see a change up this time.
I mean, Kanamani's recent result, I mean, if we're talking offline play, just off the back of Evolution 2025.
Top 3 at EVO, man.
Yeah, like that was not that long ago. And the top 3 of that tournament, which is the biggest grassroots tournament in history, the top 3 of that event was Kanamani in 3rd, Nicolas in 2nd, and then Sonic Fox in 1st. So even at that tournament, we had the best in EU, the best in South America, and the best in North America, all
you really could not
applying
ask for
that
it to be
top 3.
more appropriate.
It was a perfect story. And it was so close. Kanamani versus Nicolas then, it was like crazy close, like game 5 if I'm not mistaken. Like,
hey, but
the whole thing was crazy.
That's a talking point we're going to have to get into later though, is, you know, Nicolas is on the back of like, what, 3 world finals, 2nd places in a row, and is in this event.
That's a story for later on,
yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, we'll be seeing Nicolas later on. But yeah, plenty left to play for. Broseph, okay, Homelander Quan Chi. On paper, this does not sound like a very fun matchup for Quan Chi. Homelander, one of the more aggressive, in-your-face, just overwhelming mix-up, just aggressive characters. Quan Chi, he is at his weakest when he has nothing on the screen and he is just defending himself. His natural armored attack, the Sky Drop, one of the worst armored attacks in the game, if not the worst.
Some things never change. His EX Sky Drop has been bad for over 10 years.
That's part of Quan Chi's legacy, is bad armor. But the benefit is when he obviously gets his game started, if he can get those portals on the screen, it's fine. But by design, he has less health than most, worse armor than most, slower buttons than most. And how fast your buttons come out is so important. Without getting overly technical, the faster your buttons are, the more clean your offense can be, really. And Homelander, right in your face. It's harder to defend yourself because a lot of defensive options, quick buttons, quick, down jabs to get them off you, standing buttons, all these quick attacks, right?
Now,
and for that reason,
yes, I was going to point it out. I think that's why Broseph isn't even going to bother playing Quan Chi in this matchup.
Sector is the character that he qualified for in the regional finals, I'm fairly sure. Sector Motaru, so this is another team he's played a lot of, and Kanamani going with the Reiko instead. Now, Homelander, which we did see Kanamani tease in the button check, is probably the character he's played the most, but Reiko very much up his alley. This is a command grab character, grappler. Shao Kahn, or Emperor Shao's #1 fan.
Well,
so scary in competitive play.
Kanamani has a godlike neutral anyway, but where he thrives is rushdown. Reiko and the rushdown tools he has, highly, highly devastating. Crazy plus frames, an overhead, a low, a command grab that with a Tremor cameo you can combo off. And that's just one of the many things that Tremor gives you. It's just the perfect marriage.
But look at this from Broseph. Broseph is playing so patient here, trying to bait something out of Kanamani, but Kanamani is just not biting and manages to find a hit anyway. Clutch flawless block from Broseph to stay alive, to deny that chip damage. Broseph, though, back to the corner. This is not where you want to be. Another throw tech. But at least Broseph was able to fight mid-screen. The reflect is good. Broseph has plenty of meter and fatal blow. This isn't an insurmountable comeback, but it's going to be difficult.
We're going to try and bide some time here, but all we're really doing there is building meter. Yeah, just building meter should things connect or get blocked. Ultimately, with 30 seconds to go and that much of a life lead, it would have been very hard to mount a comeback. Trying to punish the down one. Goes in for the standing button. Yo, we traded!
That's still comboed as well, my goodness. I mean, it's reminding us why that's one of the strongest things Sector Motaru can do. That Flame Burner into Motaru teleport turns normally a standard armored attack into a full combo opportunity. Even on a trade, apparently, even if you get hit, you've still got time.
Oh my lord, anti-air stars. Yo, anti-air stars into 340 damage. How often do you see a projectile anti-air and do that much damage?
Man, Kanamani getting so much mileage out of the EX Shurikens here. Oh, I love that. Uses the bowling ball just to follow the run, but Brosev keeping that distance. This is absolutely offense versus defense. Sector, such a slower pace, longer range character. Reiko can fight at that distance, but
Kanamani's
really wants to
just
get in.
being so proactive. He knows what this matchup is. I'm going to have to chase you. Oh, my lord.
What
oh,
a
my
catch.
lord. Wait,
What
you're dead?
a catch.
You are dead.
Can you believe that? Kanamani hitting that standing kick at the highest possible point and delaying the follow-up just enough to get the follow-up. That was not as easy of a catch as it looked, I promise you. And with the execution, the tremor to pick up off the DDT.
Just a motivated matchup, I think, for Reiko. You know that your opponent's going to be constantly teleporting away because you've got Motaro, jump back projectiles all day, the float that Sector has. So Kanamani is wasting no time. Look, every micro moment he's moving forward.
Oh no, a massive jump in from Brosev, but was not ready to get a combo off of it, unfortunately.
I just don't think Brosev believed that was going to connect, to be honest with you. We've all been there.
Oh, Brosev's been faking out a lot of those air dashes, but perhaps faking out too many as
Oh,
Kanamani.
the armor break. You've lost the breaker and you've taken 300 damage. That's a hard pill to swallow there if you're Brosev.
But that armored option from Sector, wow, and what a lovely catch from Kanamani. That armored option from
Dunk.
Sector, it only has the one hit of armor, and Kanamani going for so many of these stars that shoot multiple projectiles, it is going to chew up that armor. So if Brosev wants to overly rely on armor, it's just not going to be as effective. And that's why Kanamani's going for it again.
Oh, what a flawless block. Brosev, that flawless block was unbelievable. It's the only thing that's kept him in this round. Big jump in, good block on the overhead. I mean, that you have to, at that point, you haven't got the health to take anything in that round. You go big or go home. Hard commit.
Brosev putting himself in the corner, which means you do not have that screen behind you, which you want to do. Oh, wow, okay. Kanamani perhaps expecting a larger confirm there off the jump kick, but Brosev.
You know you're going to have to chase it. If there's a Motaro teleport, there's a good chance it's the far version. Right, knocked down. Instant jump flow. Oh, the up block. That is so good. An up block just to get 3 bars away from Brosev. No 3 bars means no combo breaker against Reiko, who hits like a truck. Plus frames, knockdown. Plus frames again, plus frames again. This time it's the scoop. We haven't got any meter, but who cares?
No, this is a fantastic match for Kanamani so far. He's playing this perfectly. Brosev trying to go for these instant air rockets. Oh, and there it is again. The max range catch. Man, Kanamani even walked back, perhaps anticipating that teleport.
Such a good choice as well. And the overhead, just to keep it nice and simple. And before you know it, 2-0. Kanamani, I think, just starting off so strong here. But playing very much as well as everyone expects. Like, Kanamani, when we say currently, just statistically, #1 in Europe, this is why. You'll never catch Kanamani having a bad game.
It's not just that Kanamani wins so often in EU, he wins in
it's how he does
fashion.
it.
Yeah, he is so on point all the time, whether it's in online community tournament events, whether it's all the way up to like offline pro competition level events. Just brings it every time.
There's that forward 4. Forward 4 option select of Sector. Such an amazing, just mid to throw the threat out of. All right, the first time in 3 games we're seeing a solid zoning sequence. This is normally what Sector does to people, is constantly litter the screen with projectiles. It's just that Kanamani hasn't given Brosev the chance to do it until now.
But you can look at the difference, though, where Brosev has a bit of life to work with the screen.
Oh yeah, that's the round. Yep. You're dead.
Good old Sidewinder. Says thank you very much for Brosev. A round on the board, finally.
Finally get to see Sector doing something. I mean, Reiko is just saying, you know what? I think this is a 1-player game for me right now. Plus frames. Uh-oh. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Sometimes,
that's correct.
Sometimes all it takes is that little poke on hit to give you enough advantage. Establish your game, Brosev, trying to go back.
Jump back with punches. I'm not sure if they were either fake outs or just trying to be instant air projectiles.
It's one or the other. It's either faking out the air projectile or just an unfortunate miss.
Frames.
It can be quite tricky to do the air rocket as low to the ground as possible.
Extremely bold flamethrower there from Brosev. No Motaro to cover your back. That was just a committed decision.
But just look at the sheer amount of times that Brosev is trying to just backdash here, just building that space. You know, this close range is not where you want Reiko to be, and this is why Tremor still out of action, though, so can't extend here. But at this point, how does Brosev avoid the chip? Oh, he doesn't is the answer to that question, and Kanamani is going to be on match point already, looking to 3-0 this instantly. unless Brosev could do something about it right now.
It's just Sector is genuinely, in my opinion, one of the best Zodas in the game. It's just a character like Reiko with Tremor behind you, where you've got the ambush potential, you've got the bowling ball to cover things like run and other advances like jump-ins and whatever. Kanamani is just playing against it so well. A normally overwhelming
Every
defensive style. He's not really making it look like that way, but Brosev doing a much better job of just establishing range in this game. This round on the verge of being able to put a game on the board. And, you know, we talk about how every game counts if there is ever a tiebreaker situation. You need any win you can get, even if you lose the set.
Oh my goodness, Brosev, the counter poke teleport, that is a bold option. And looking really good to take this one again. Kanamani.
Oh no.
Seemingly with a sixth sense for when that standing 3 is going to connect. There's the fatal blow. The breaker from Brosev does not want to be taking the damage.
The only thing that's scary is the breaker saved you, but that doesn't mean Kanamani does not have another fatal blow the second it comes back.
Still though, death by 1,000 cuts at the moment for Brosev, slowly but surely chipping away at the life that's left. Last breath.
Oh,
no,
could not
flawless.
find the flawless block at all, Mustard.
Yeah, Kanamani. You could see the difference though in style. Sector, not a character who is like shying away in the damage department. However, it is going to be much more about individual projectiles here. You know, the odd hit here, flame burner, get that distance, and you are like, you're taking a life bar with many, many single hits. Whereas these aggressive characters, they open you up with something hard to defend against. They do a nice chunk of damage, they put you back in that situation. And that's what we're seeing here from Reiko, more of a command, grab, unblockable kind of character. Homelander, overhead, low, grab, what are you looking for? So many overheads in the air. Low, well, actually, maybe not so much lows, right? More
mobility
pokes.
Is the name of the game.
Yeah,
with Homelander.
mobility and strike throw. Of course, the low laser has not been low for quite some time. But that means, you know, it doesn't have to be overhead low. It can be, as long as it's a mix-up between one and another option, it's still dangerous. And Homelander
I mean, a huge thing about Homelander is, you saw it there, how much corner carry this guy has. You get hit by a combo, there's a good chance you're probably going to end against the corner. And then look, I get one read on a projectile, bang, full screen charge.
So you were just
anti-air forward 4.
We say about how clean the mobility can be. One instant thing we're seeing from Kanamani using this, the diabolical dash, covers so much options, gives you, oh, hang on, is that going to work?
The gap! Oh my good lord! Kanamani was prepared for that and then some. Now this fatal blow is not going to win the round, but it's going to put him in a really good situation.
There's not much health left to finish off.
No, there's not much at all. Brosev, however, one significant catch. Oh, can still win.
Oh! Hang on, there's the rocket with the laser. No, Brosev. If that Sidewinder came down, there's actually a way that Brosev could have done like a full screen chip sequence. But no, Kanamani with the laser.
I mean, I'm fairly certain that was the idea. Was to create that homing missile, catch them blocking it, go for something significant. Oh dear, match point Kanamani, and your back is against the wall. You don't have a combo breaker either. You do have the possibility of armor and teleport, but do you even have an opportunity? Homelander, he's in the air. If you armor him, he's not going to get comboed.
Oh, full whiff punish though. Brosev manages to find it. Nice teleport. Damage coming through, okay.
Oh, we're just catching out, max damage meterless.
But also look where it ends. You do a lot of damage, you end full screen. Kanamani though, plenty of meter for those lasers.
How big is that eye laser?
Oh no! Hang on a minute, is that enough to kill? If Kanamani can find the... Oh no, Brosev built a break in the last possible moment, but it will not matter as Kanamani, this character choice, making quite an impact immediately.
You can tell why he went Homelander. You know, in the button check, there was Homelander there, went Reiko for the beginning. Ultimately, though, you kind of look at...
It was the dash, it was the... You called it immediately, it's the mobility of Homelander. It's the diabolical dash underneath those air projectiles. As soon as you can see, because the trajectory of those Sector rockets is that kind of weird arc within the air. But there is that kind of underneath it distance where if you can get under, Sector becomes punishable. And Homelander has like... It's almost like the move was crafted to get under that angle. And then you can see the rocket's gone over, you launch, boom, Sector is now eating a full combo.
Well, you can bypass missiles on one good read, as we saw, but at the same time, one of the great defensive tools of the Sector Motaro team is Flame Burner into Motaro Teleport. If their feet are on the ground and you hit them with Flamethrower, they hit that animation where they're like, oh, I'm on fire! You can combo from it. If you're in the air, you get hit by the Flamethrower, but you just sink to the floor. There is no combo. Sector can't combo from that. So even if she uses 1 bar of meter and 1 bar of Motaro Teleport, her reward is just getting out of the situation. She's getting no damage. So I think the odds were very much up there for Kanamani, so impressive 3-1. We're at a point now we've officially seen everyone in the group. We're going to find out now how we're going to mix and match this. What's our next one?
Well, unfortunate start for Brosif, though, is now officially being down 2 sets to 0 at the moment, which is danger.
You've got a lot of talent to get through.
I definitely don't think Brosif can afford any more losses. I'll put it that way.
No.
You know, I don't know how to do the maths on it. That's why we have admins in the back who they keep track of.
We're a bit blurry.
match
If I put my
scores.
hand up, can I focus the camera?
Oh, we're gonna try.
Let's try it. Let's try it.
No. I think we're making it worse. If anything,
we're making it worse. Oh, you're making it worse. I was fine.
We'll leave it to the professionals. Don't you worry. We'll sort it right out. But I don't think Brosif can afford to have another set loss. You know, Kanamani, fantastic start. Kale, Lavender Rain. Tekken Master down 1 match as well, but still played left to go. This match,
okay.
So we have our first instance of 2 players who are equally, they're both 1-0. You know, so if you can get 2-0, first player in the group to go 2-0, fantastic start. Question is, you know, who's it going to be? Because this could be a difficult matchup. You know, Lavender Rain, I will say expecting mainly Takeda from him, but he has played a lot of Ermac in Season 2. He has played some Liu Kang here and there. I know that Takeda was what you would mainly expect, but the question is...
He's got a really good smoke as well, actually, does Lavender Rain. Have you ever seen a smoke in action?
Rarely, but...
Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Because he's all about the execution, is Lavender Rain. That's why the smoke was really strong with him, the Ermac. You know, I'm sure some of you watching here, you know, we are here on HBO after all. Maybe I remember liking Ermac. He's actually really good in this game. He's just very hard to use. He's got some of the highest damage, if not the highest damage in the game, but the combos that you need to do to pull those off are not for the faint of heart, and let alone in a tournament setting where if you mess it up and lose the game, you're probably not going to feel very good about it.
Well, that's just the way it goes down sometimes. Ooh, hello.
Is that Baraka?
Surely a button check.
This is a button check, right?
No.
No.
Okay, Lavender Rain, Baraka
Yo,
Jacks.
we're scare tactics up in here.
Yo, I would say, not the first time I've seen Lavender Rain play this in general, but I haven't seen him... The only time I remember seeing Lavender Rain pull this team out was where he was in like a dire situation. You know, it was a rough
this is
set.
game 1.
That's what I mean. I've only seen him play it when it wasn't really working out. We kind of needed something to kind of pull it back, and it seemed to be a bit like you know, the final trick up his sleeve kind of thing.
That was a really nice little B&B, by the way, 390.
Yeah, I mean, Baraka Jacks, this team doesn't tickle.
Oh, and it's so toxic when you talk about the ground pound, too.
You see Lavender Rain confirming into the Blade Charge there, though. Jax taking one of the homing rockets, Baraka taking the other, which meant he actually didn't die to homing rocket on a trade. That's some good knowledge right there. Good block.
To be fair, Lavender Rain did have the opportunity to watch online KO versus Tekken Master, so seeing this exact matchup, maybe there's a couple of tricks that Lavender Rain is thinking.
Hey, but that's the thing. It's not the exact matchup. Baraka Striker versus Baraka Jax, a very different dynamic. But you can see they're both looking for that whiff punish. Because Baraka Kung Lao, at that close range, so good at finding it. Particularly Kale, not looking to overcommit anything. There's the crouch. And that's going to be the first round. Kale was not in a rush to finish that one off.
It's not every day you get a chance to be reminded of how good Baraka's walk speed is. Knockdown. Finish it off. Oh, okay. Nice little guarantee there. Yeah, Jax has quite a few different ways to confirm off your... Well, if you want to spend 1 bar on a full combo, Jax is pretty decent at that with Baraka.
Yeah, for sure.
One thing we haven't really seen in this matchup yet is how annoying Jax can be when he's doing the ground pound because of how much forward movement Baraka has.
Well, so far, so good for Kale. I wonder if we'll even have the chance to see it so far, although this round very close so far.
I mean, online Kale is definitely dominating this neutral. There's no 2 ways about it. Lavender Rain closed in some space, but now has to deal with the back 3. Goes into overhead low, so you have to guess. It is very much a guess after that mid.
Oh, there it is again. Kale finds the overhead.
Knockdown. Now, Lavender Rain is going to build a breaker here. So are we going to go for something maybe a little bit brave, perhaps? Either way, you've got the comfort zone of being able to break should you need to.
Oh, the sweep.
You have to break now.
That's the mix-up. That sweep is a low. That hat overhead, you have to stand block that. That's the mix, and that's going to be a nice catch for Kale.
That is not the first time Lavender Rain was kind of just walking online KO down, but walked into a button. That happened twice, once in both rounds.
Okay, so it looks like a character change has been selected here, but I'm going to be honest, I do wonder what this pick was for, because for Lavender Rain, this is quite unorthodox. It is a character we've seen him play in the past. It's not a complete, you know, out of left field, nowhere choice. However, it's not any of, I would say, the main. Again, yeah,
Ooh.
whether it's the Ermac, whether it's the Takeda, these are the two characters I definitely would expect to see the most from Lavender Rain. Ermac, Janet, this team, we've been talking quite a lot already in this block
You
about
know what,
high damage.
You know, I said during character select that this guy hits really hard.
Yep.
Janet Cage is the reason for that. Who knows? Maybe you'll get an opportunity. Now we're kick-starting things here. Starting things off with the down 4. Immediately opened up, though, by the young man online, Kale. Knocked down into the corner. Ermac's armor, it is one of the weaker armored reversals. It is armored, but it's a high. You can make it whiff pretty easily. Plus frames. Wow, the challenge. Dash cancel pressure from Ermac. Oh, doesn't get the dash. Got to be careful. If you mess up an Ermac dash cancel and you just get the palm strike, that's unsafe on block. You do not want to go a game down in final combat because you messed up a cancel. Oh dear, the overhead low, the mix-ups. Another overhead low, made way safer by the existence of that EX spin. Online Kale, round on the board. Lavender Rain has not had a chance to do anything yet.
It's just been the neutral. Kale has just been winning the neutral from the start of this set and still is now. And that's one of Kale's greatest strengths. I think it's why Lao Sector is such a good team for him specifically. It has such control. And it's why the reason neutral is so important is because if you're so good at anticipating what your opponent's going to do, they don't get the chance to open you up. So if we're talking, oh, this character hits really hard, they've got all these crazy options. If you're ready, they don't get to show it.
Full combo here from Lavender Rain. Going to be going in for a setup, possibly. The float, really good delayed wake up there from online Kale. Delayed wake up versus that float is such a safer approach. Otherwise, you just get crushed. Now, by saving the Janet Cage, however, not spending it on the grab and not spending it on the combo, if you land a clean hit. Oh, speaking of clean hit, that'll be Janet, teleport, safe jump. Delay wake up again, the meaty back 2, lets the whole string go, online Kale, the resolve, the defense.
Ooh,
oh,
I love the coverage. So Ermac goes for the full screen stomp and Janet goes up to cover the air. That was fantastic. So we haven't had a chance to see Lavender Rain really go for one of those big openings yet. Oh, but we're not going to see it here either because the homing rocket, even on the air catch.
The opportunity just hasn't presented itself. However,
oh no, that could have been huge.
I think that was meant to be it.
Okay, this is an opportunity. You go for the lift, out comes Janet. We go for the sandwich combo. Look at that.
One.
Oh no, the immediate drop. Oh, we cannot over-exaggerate how much damage was just left on the table there. And oh my goodness! Even at the very least, Kale would have been able to break.
Exactly. That's what I was about to say.
Of him.
If you could at least get Kale to break and take the 3 bars away, that's better than nothing. All right, does Janet get spent here? 1, 2, teleport for the safe jump. Another delay wake up. 140 damage just like that. Pow!
I think Lavender Rain, even though that was that serious combo drop, still managing to play the rest of the round just fine so far.
Oh man, that advancing knee to get around the sector missile was the choice to make. Now online KO not out of it. Fatal blow is still available. You're going to have to hit Lavender Rain more than once though because this breaker is available. Beautiful flawless block. However, turn stealing. All right, there's the break. You will be able to break this. But now, don't get hit. Fatal blow, don't get hit.
Oh, but that rocket, even if the rocket doesn't connect on hit, it's going to keep you blocking so long, but Lavender Rain finishes the mid. The spirits come out for that one. Lavender Rain tying things up. This Ermac change making quite a difference already. And that was even with that combo drop. And the downside to that combo drop is you have to cool Janet, and the attack you cool her with has a long cooldown to it, and it costs the whole bar. So if you do drop, it's a long time before you get access to Janet again. Oh, wow. What a catch!
That was such an amazing pickup.
And there's the spirit armor.
For those that want to know what happens when Ermac glows like that, he'll trade his life for super meter. So he'll take damage, but only on his super meter rather than health. It's actually a really annoying comeback mechanic, to be honest. I love it.
Hey, annoying for the opponent. For the Ermac player, it's splendid.
It's party time. Safe jump. Some of you might be wondering what we mean by safe jump. You essentially do a knockdown with such advantage that you can jump in for pressure. Should they wake up attack, you can still block, or in some cases even armor break it.
Yeah, it's a safer way to attack your opponents on knockdown once you've hit them.
Most of the time you sacrifice a little bit of damage, but it's worth it.
It's something that's, considering how crazy some armor defensive options can be in this game, it's why you see it so often.
Oh, you're dead.
Speaking of which, yeah, does Kale have a route to finish?
Grab his head! Grab his head!
Oh! Fantastic pathing there, going for that EX, just to get that little bit extra damage.
And yeah, Janet. Yo, Sector getting slapped, no missile for you.
Lavender Rain doing a lot of that, just using Janet raw just to anti-air. It's the first time I've seen an Ermac player do that in a while.
Consistently getting clipped by that Kung Lao overhead, though. That has been the thorn in the side of Lavender Rain.
Another throw combo. There she is.
Safe jump begins. Big jump in. But you'll notice that's why Online Kale is constantly delaying the wake-up. Really trying to mess with the offensive timing there of Lavender Rain.
Well, the safe jump means that armor basically doesn't really work as an option off of it. So if you can't armor, then you may as well. And there's a catch.
Janet consistently just stopping you from jumping. I must say, I've not seen people really use this cameo like that before.
But look at the range that Lavender is threatening this Janet anti-air cool. That's where Kale, he wants to go for these jump backs into the hat toss with, you know, the rockets to cover. And that's the exact range that Janet is denying any space.
I mean, the trade-off is that you're not going to have full cameo, so if you land a hit, you're not going to have those giant death combos. But clearly, that ain't Lavender Rain's game plan. Should he find the hit and have the chance to do that big damage, he'll do it.
Oh, yeah, there's the break.
But he doesn't need to.
And now Online Kale is one hit away from being able to confirm into a 2-1 advantage. Question is, will he find it? Lavender Rain manages to get the mid. And there is the combo confirmed. Lavender Rain clutch. And tying it up. We are dead even in the set.
The only thing we're not even on right now is meter. Online Kale with 1 extra bar, soon to be 2. Lavender Rain, that back 2, such a good button at like crushing low pokes. All right, big knockdown. Sector missile to come, I'm sure. There it is.
Oh,
another. That overhead has been the absolute worst thing.
But I guarantee you, the moment Lavender Rain stands up, Kale is going to sweep. That's the mix. Oh, another crouch. Online Kale has just, again, had such awareness for every time his opponent is going to go for a throw. They're going to throw, you just go for that duck underneath, it misses, boom, you win the game. And Kale looking really cool and calm at the moment, to be honest. Not looking...
very much focused.
Yeah.
Very much focused. Now, Lavender Rain, just has to make a decision here. Do we change character? Do we maybe go with Takeda?
Well, the fact that Lavender Rain, who is like the Takeda guy, has not played Takeda yet, he must just not like this matchup. Because Kale also plays T1000, also plays Homelander. And you know, even if you win a game, your opponent can swap and change to those characters.
Starting the round with homing missile into push spin.
It's aggressive.
You begin cornered.
All right. Oh, but that does mean you've got no break. Janet comes out. Last time we saw this dropped. This time, if it actually works.
Don't drop this.
Lots of damage. 1. We're already at 400.
2. 3.
We're getting to 500. Set up. Set
up!
Oh,
disgusting!
Low overhead. How do you block it?
Nice little overhead. How much damage did that do? Look, Online Kale.
A lot. Lots and lots.
It costs all of the cameo gauge, but holy moly, is it worth it? Oh, you're dead, by the way.
If you're not going to use it to do that, what are you going to use it for?
Yep, get the end. It's not over. Janet's coming. I told you it was over. I told you.
And that is an Ermac 101 round. Massive confirm, huge damage. Huge damage into a reset for more as well. Oh, and again, that overhead.
In my top tier analysis, I would
Another
say
one.
Simply do that again. But trust me, it ain't that easy.
I mean, Lavender Rain back to the wall here. Not a lot of meter on the side of Kale, at least. So if Lavender Rain can find a situation, that overhead.
It has just been hitting him in the head every step of the way. Does manage to get a block and a punish, too.
Okay, but looking at this life differential, this is an Ermac Janet combo. Oh, and there's the uppercut. This version does a lot of damage. Okay, yep, there's 1. Here comes 2.
Seeing as if we go for a setup after this, it will armor break as well, but maybe not the spin. Oh. The break! He just wanted to get out. That was an immediate, I'm just going to let it hit me.
And now the armor, which means that even though you're low on health, you're losing super meter, not life. Lavender Rain playing so smart in this round.
Looking for the mids, plus frames again.
But Kale is not pressing, but managed to find the poke. Oh, wow.
Building meter with those dash cancels.
There's the block. Oh, no.
It doesn't matter. You took no health damage. Oh my God! What a float! Here we go! Bang! From your biggest fan! That is now 2-2, and we are going into a game 5.
Hey, not the biggest fan anymore. I can guarantee it. Lavender Rain, what a miracle float into an option there.
That was so good!
That was like the first time we've seen Lavender attempt that for a while, right? Ermac, he can go into that float, get access to his air normals. It's kind of tricky. Hasn't really been doing it. And Kale's defense has been fantastic. But the moment Lavender Rain changes up a little bit, finds the hit, instant confirm, and now game 5. We are neck and neck. And Lavender Rain starting to block those overheads now, and Kale ready to confirm it into the spin, build that distance, not looking to overcommit.
Went for some kind of punish there on the EX teleport. Either way, unfortunately, you blocked that teleport. You are brown bread. You are easy to punish.
Okay,
Punish, speaking of, Janet. Janet's here.
Hang on a minute, that sequence costs a meter. There's no break.
Kale is not going to have a breaker by the end of this combo, and we know Lavender Rain is going to go for a setup here.
I mean, if the combo is good...
Oh my god, wait, he's got Fatal Blow. If you get mixed...
Oh, no! Lavender Rain with the worst possible time drop. Oh, wait,
no,
hang on,
He's got it! He's got it! The breaker comes out either way! That was going to be a 2-touch had he not dropped it, but it doesn't matter! He finds the advancing knee, and he corrects the mistake!
Oh,
Lavender Rain on match point!
My heart can't take it. Not with that kind of drop. That you called it perfectly. The Fatal Blow was there. If Lavender Rain was able to pick up from that,
he was going to 2-touch him!
But that's the composure. Lavender Rain had the drop, gets over it immediately, does not dwell on it, immediately finds it, and now match point for Lavender Rain. Will be the only player in the group currently 2-0, which in a round robin situation, that is a humongous lead to have over everyone else.
So much respect being shown here. Kale takes the down one on block as an opportunity to enforce. I gotta say, the blocks on that back 3, overhead low 50-50, he's blocked like a good 90% of them in the series. It's insane. Here comes Janet possibly. Yes, indeed.
The damage is gonna add up. I mean, hey, the throw damage is nothing compared to the strike, but it will add up over time. And there's the adjustment. All these overheads that Lavender Rain has started blocking. You got to stand block those. What beats stand block? Lows. Do a sweep. Same situation, but the other mix-up. And now Lavender Rain managed to find a catch here, going for the armor for some safety.
Oh,
that was so delayed.
That was so delayed, but has not done that overhead all series long, except for the Janet setup. Saving that one for when it matters most. Online Kale, what do? He's waiting for Sector to come back, first of all, to get some sort of control in this neutral. 15 seconds on the clock. Is this going to be a timeout? Lavender Rain, wait, he's got the life lead. No, he doesn't. Only just does not.
Oh, now he does.
But wait. Could he not have just gone into the meter mode?
Wait, is that enough? Just enough. Lavender Rain manages to squeeze the life lead back at the last moment with a shred of chip damage. Look at the relief on this man's face. That was clutch.
That is the weirdest timeout I've ever seen.
Well, it's because it was decided by chip damage. My goodness. Oh, my goodness. What a match, though, for Lavender Rain. Let's watch some of those highlights right here.
Oh, my God. That was literally, like, within the last split second. I was looking at the fact that he had the meter, right? Like, right near the end. You go into the mode where you take super meter for damage and not health. That normally almost secures timeouts for Ermac in that situation.
Well, in that instance, but again, even if on paper you could say it could be a mistake, Lavender Rain, I think that was his greatest strength in that match, was if he made a mistake, forget about it. The worst thing you can do is
it was composure. Through and through, that was composure.
Fantastic. What a well-earned 2-0 lead he now has in this group. And what a group to have that lead in. You know, the group we've got Tekken Master, Brosif, Kanamani, Lavender Rain himself, you know, and now a win over Kale. Fantastic place to be. But you know what else is pretty fantastic? Merch. You know who can get merch? You. Yeah, you watching at home. You can go to the WB shop and pick up some cool stuff like some shirts. You've got some embroidered MK
I'm a commentator. I'm not allowed to say that word.
Oh, yeah, we're not allowed to say this. You guys can say it all you want, but we can't because we're up here.
Wear the shirt.
WB shop. Check out. There is some more stuff to be dropped later on, so keep an eye on the store. There'll be more stuff added to it over time, but do keep an eye out. Get yourself some cool stuff. There's Sub-Zero versus Scorpion merch as well. You've got shirts. You've got many more as well. You've got pins.
Jewelry, hats. Jewelry. There's a really cool jacket on there. You can check that one out as well. But yeah, WB shop. Get some official Mortal Kombat 2 merchandise. I mean, the movie's coming out, right? Movie's going to be coming out. We've been seeing trailers for it all over the place. There's lots of cool content being done around that, interviews with the actors and all that good stuff. You know, I'm a big fan of Carl Urban, so always happy to see him in the Mortal Kombat universe. But that was a really, really good time. Let's talk about this next match. This is a rematch of a tournament grand finals from last year.
It is. So for those who've been watching competitive MK from its launch to now, you may have seen this match at UFA year before. The year MK1 came out. So it was Tekken Master versus Kanamani. Tekken Master was looking, to be honest, unstoppable in that entire tournament. And that grand final set was no different. Tekken Master was able to take it. However, in this year, Kanamani has definitely been much more at the forefront of the game. So I think fast forwarding the clock to now, I would argue Kanamani is probably the favorite going into this match.
I would agree with that.
Tekken Master has had a legacy of just being the old reliable. Obviously had a rough start against Kale in his first match, losing 3-0. But one match of 4 that Tekken Master will need to play. So plenty of opportunity to bring it back.
Now, Tekken Master has been talking about other characters. To me, anyway, when I asked him before Final Combat, I just asked him, like, are you still using Baraka Striker? Or are you going to be going with someone else? And he said Baraka Striker is his main focus, but he's going to be looking at some other choices too. I haven't really seen those other choices yet as we kick this off with what is definitely the real match, because we are going all in. Kanamani, you know, back when they played at UFA at the beginning of last year's Pro Tour, Tekken Master took it all the way. It was Johnny Cage Kanamani. Don't get me wrong, Kanamani still plays Cage, but this Homelander has very much become his most successful character.
I feel like Homelander is definitely the comfort zone for Kanamani these days, you know, but at the same time, we're talking comfort zone. Tekken Master does love this Baraka Striker team.
Whoa! Double punch right in the bald head of Baraka.
Oh, okay. Tekken Master with a raw charge.
Really good Protex. That's one thing we've been noticing all tournament long. At this level of play, it can be very hard to standard throw your opponent. The reactions, the peace of mind, the sixth sense of what direction they're throwing you, all of it has been excellent.
Constant micro ducks as well. You know, throws in this game, they are highs. If you're blocking and you just let go of block right as you get thrown, you can make it with. And the top level players in this game have gotten really good at sensing when they think a throw could come and kind of just covering it. At the same time, throws so high reward in this game. Homelander as well. Homelander Farah. Really, Farah facilitating that launching command grab. Oh, what a whiff punish though from Kanamani.
A much needed combo breaker there from Tekken Master, who was definitely going to die off that hit. And you're dead now. Command grab mix there from Farah. That's going to be a nice little standard juggle in the corner. And it'll be Kanamani taking game number 1 pretty quickly as well, I might say. It's just... Tekken Master has to be very careful in this matchup, right? Because if you get out footsied by that forward 4 of Homelander, that low laser, was actually hitting as a low once upon a time, but is now mid, has been for quite a while.
But it's still going to hit people because they're going to be catching, you know, they're going to be whiffing buttons that it can catch. There's going to be some recovery.
Almost got away with my pop.
That's right. But if you don't mention it, it's easier to pretend it didn't happen.
Nah, mate, I was on camera. There's no hiding it. You own up to it.
It is what it is. But regardless, it's just. But Kanamani, of all the Homelanders, I feel like Kanamani is the most surgical with that laser. You know, so good at placing them max.
He just very rarely misses. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, is Kanamani even old enough to watch the boys?
Probably not.
Oh well. Homelander here, all the same.
All right. Big knockdown there for Tekken Master to start that momentum, or at least some of it. Instant float. The delay. Now, every single one of those early releases from the airborne Farah, like the slash that she's doing, a huge part of that is establishing the respect, so when they start to wait for it, you can open up things like the
What was
grab.
that pickup? Are you serious? Kanamani hitting, like, the longest range confirm off of mid-air. Oh, ridiculous.
What a try hard, man.
That's almost like, that's why he's here.
There's that throw tech. Once more. Big part of Baraka is being able to either get, you know, a throw combo with the machine gun of Striker, or being able to at least establish some kind of safe jump, the grenades for the pressure. If you're teching every throw from Baraka, he just loses that entire dimension of his gameplay.
Still though, Tekken Master seemingly having quite a difficult time opening up Kanamani here. Kanamani's defense so good, very familiar with the Baraka matchup. Yeah, the flawless blocks on point deny the chip. So normally it's like if you can't open them up, you'll just chip them to death. But if your opponent's got the flawless blocks on point, that gets rid of that too. But okay, another charge overhead. All right, okay, Tekken Master. Nice to find something there. Oh wow, raw overhead from that Farah. So much corner carry as well, my goodness. Oh, another overhead.
Yeah, that is such an immediate overhead from that float. So hard to see coming and so quick. The Striker tries to maybe anti-air. Tekken Master didn't confirm to a button. Good block on the overhead, however. lives to fight another day. You got hit by that overhead, it's game over.
Oh, the
Oh
punish! Tekken Master not finishing that back three. That extended normal of Baraka, right? That double hitting, second hits are low. It's so good for so many reasons. On block, very, very, very unsafe.
I think this is the moment we see other characters that Tekken Master has been cooking up. Surely.
Well, Baraka is like the one he always would rely on the most. But Tekken Master is no stranger to playing multiple characters, you know, especially in this game. I can absolutely see Tekken Master playing T1000, for example. I can definitely see him playing Homelander himself, maybe.
Oh, okay.
Now this, okay. This is a surprise. So once upon a time, earlier on in MK1's life, Raid and Kano was a very effective and potent team for similar reasons to what we've seen from Baraka, right? A lot of chip damage, extended strings into special moves that hit multiple times, and then your cameo comes in to make it less problematic. You're basically doing the same thing with Raid and Kano, but this team basically fell off the face of the earth a long time ago, you know, and even if it still could work now, you have to argue, answer, could it maybe be kind of power crept? Are the stronger teams of today just stronger than what this team is doing? But Tekken Master, having some faith in it.
I guess at least a few months ago, Kano's throw got like 20 extra damage.
Hey, they're two characters, right? Raiden's amulet charge now from his projectiles, you know, they're not, they are two characters together that have been changed quite a bit. It's just, is it enough to put them back to where they were before? That's always the age-old question.
The Storm Cell into Kano, that's a throwback and a half. Didn't think I'd see that this weekend.
But Kanamani ready for it, manages to get a hit, and that's going to be a confirmed. Kanamani goes to match point already now. Shades of our original match, Tekken Master versus KO, went in a similar fashion. Oh wow, okay. Kano was able to hit Homelander there, so to build that screen space together. Oh wow, what an anti-air though, long range. Kanamani always ready to stop what Tekken Master's trying.
To me, it's quite wild to see this Raiden Kano style, but Homelander didn't exist back then. So, I mean, seeing this style, yes, it's not as good as it used to be by any stretch, but Homelander
Look
just
at the
doesn't
damage
seem
of this, by
to
the way.
care about this.
That path is not easy. That instant jump kick off of that laser in the corner, that is quite tight. Tekken Master managed to finally confirm. Okay, some substantial damage on the board now with this fatal blow. The laser. Kano does his part. Here comes Raiden for part two. The question is, what is Tekken Master going to follow it with?
We're going to get good damage here. We're going to have full Kano, which means that 2 Kano sequence. Oh, no.
No way!
No!
Kanamani with the wake-up fatal blow. But Kanamani must have recognized that that was not going to meaty, right? Fatal blows, they have armor, but it takes a few frames for that armor to kick in. So Kanamani must have recognized that normal is not in time to stuff my attack. And fatal blow immediately as a response. And Tekken Master, forever a good sport.
Just the shrug.
He's like, I gave it a go. I did my best.
I haven't even watched The Boys.
Oh, I've seen it.
Oh, yeah, me too. Yes, indeedy. But, right, so the knockdown there, all of these replays really, it's just kind of like the classic Homelander sequence, I suppose, which is just lots of dashing up there with the Ferrer, the grab, the ambush to capitalize and add to it.
But it's not, yeah, again, obviously we talk about the characters at length, but the most important factor in this is the player. You know, Kanamani has been grinding this game something fierce from launch all the way up until now, and will continue to do so, I have no doubt. And the proof of why that works out is what we see here, you know, and here he is, another player with a pretty fantastic start, 2-0 now in this group. Yeah, I think so far so good in this group. It's been a lot of good games so far, and there are plenty games left to go. But before we do continue this group, we're going to go away for a few-minute break. So thank you so much for watching so far. Don't you go anywhere, because in a few minutes, final combat group stages will continue. See you in a few. How long on this break? Lovely folks watching at home, whether you're watching on HBO, whether you're watching on stream, wherever you happen to be, welcome back. It is Final Combat 2025. We are ketchup and mustard.
Aye.
It is our privilege to bring you the remainder of this group, where matches have been fantastic so far, and hey, they're probably going to continue being so. We've had some fantastic shows already from Lavender Rain, Kanamani currently kind of at the top of the leaderboard from stream matches. I believe some matches in the group are done off stream as well, so as we find out those results, we will obviously let you know as much as we can as well. Because the whole point is, top 2 in the group, they qualify for finals, and there's 5 players in this group, so a year's worth of qualifying, and 3 of them are going home today. Question is, who is it going to be?
All right, so our next matchup is going to be Broseph versus Online Kale. This is a very important match for Broseph. Unless Broseph has played an off-stream match that I am unaware of, which could be happening, I'm going to go by what I've seen. Broseph currently lost 2 matches, versus 2 different opponents. It was Lavender Rain, and then it was Kanamani. Having lost to 2 opponents in a group stage like this, that is, you don't want to lose any more. Right, if you lose one more opponent here, your chances of making it to day 2 pretty much get flushed. So, very, very important match. Online Kale with a whole bunch of different characters to play. You kind of know against Broseph, you're fighting either the Quan or the Sector. That's going to come down to Online Kale thinking, right, these are my possible 2 characters to fight. Who am I going to pick?
The difficult thing, though, when you are a player at a final event such as this is when it's qualifications and everyone's obviously, they're either there on leaderboards, they're there through online, regional finals. Maybe it's a bit of a silly thing to say because, would there ever be an easy opponent in your path? But you don't really have any moment to consider, okay, well, I'll just beat this player and that player and then I've got to worry about this player. Because in this group, if you're Broseph, you're like, you've got to play Tekken Master. Oh, no. I've got to play Kale. Oh, no. Got to play Lavender Rain. Oh, you see what I'm saying? Like, it's all difficult from the get-go. That's why events like this are so special. Because it truly does determine who is the greatest player. Because you have to beat everyone to do it.
Well, in that character select after the button check, I saw a Homelander from Online Kale. Must say, I actually haven't seen Online Kale use the Homelander in some time.
Not this entire weekend at the moment. Kale's more recent characters have been a combination of that Lao and the T-1000, but no, Homelander Ferrer back here again.
Big part of that could be the opponent that you have. You're fighting against Quan Chi, so this constant forward movement is going to be really important.
No,
wow.
I'll tell you what I wonder if it is. When Broseph was playing against Kanamani, Broseph didn't even try, really the Quan Chi. I think it's mainly because Kanamani has the cage. Because we were like, maybe it's a Homelander thing you're worried about, but Johnny Cage versus Quan Chi, that's not a fun matchup. Homelander versus Quan, I mean, as long as you can get the ball rolling, the problem is getting the ball rolling is the issue. Because right here, already back to the corner. This is like worst case scenario.
The problem is, at this point, Quan Chi has terrible armored reversal. Oh, God! Trade the stand-in 4. Terrible armored reversal and slow buttons that will not beat your buttons. So if Homelander is point blank against Quan here, he is perfectly situated to just win the round.
Ooh! The cage caught. Kale trying to go in. Okay, the armor. Going to be a makeshift combo breaker for Broseph. Okay, nice grab. Oh, I love that read. So that cage is not automatic. You can summon it at various distances. The fact that Broseph put it close meant it was exactly a read on Kale trying to do something like that. Now he's got him right where he wants him, but Kale manages to find a way out. Thank you, Ferrer, but no. Okay, that would have been a combo.
Yes, it would.
That was one of the more tidy changes for this team, right? The Quan Chi Sector is they added a bit more advantage to some options, which lets you get some up rocket combos that didn't previously exist in the same fashion. What a catch from Broseph, and that's going to be the round. Nicely done, tying things up. Now, we're talking a lot about how important this set is going to be for Broseph. Broseph is currently down 2 sets. Not an unwinnable scenario of making out the group. It's difficult, but not impossible. So you definitely have to take every match equally as serious.
Oh, that side switch was delicious.
Not the first time I've seen Broseph do it, so it has the tricky stuff.
All right, overhead low games. Tries to challenge. Plus frames. Oh.
Yep, overheads. Damn, so many overheads in this entire group so far.
It will be, because all it takes is 1 back 3 of Quan Chi to hit, and it's full combo town. Preemptive standing 3, just in case you tried to jump in or dash in.
Now, Broseph has been really good at doing those preemptive normals, right? Right at the range where it's kind of difficult for Kale to do anything about it.
If only you committed, that was game over.
Wow, did that hit Ferrer but not Homelander?
That was so
there
weird!
it is.
What a weird ending. But it will be enough now. Brosev,
That
one
was clean.
game on the board.
That was a clean finish, though.
Man, that was impressive.
No, Brosev's looking good. Brosev
With
is...
how crazy one-sided that first round was, you just need to have good defense to play this team. And if you can get those armored portals on the go, that's where the dynamic completely changes.
Because the defense isn't just like they're point blank, what am I going to do about it? It's how you prevent them from being in that situation to begin with. And Brosev, yeah, Brosev has a long history of playing these kind of characters, those longer range, more zoning archetypes, right? They want the distance, they want to throw projectiles, they want to frustrate you, that's where they thrive.
Online Kale with a really nice advance there. Reset, however, oh my lord, wow. Flameburner still caught that. Now there's the jump in, just to secure it. That's a full combo, actually. That's a full combo, and it's going to be even more armor, possibly. No, we're going to force the break. No break. Online Kale saves the meter, and look, he's going to survive this, which means that if he has to break, he can just break afterwards. The only time you won't be able to break is if you have that orange portal on you. Not only does it armor Kwon, but it takes away your meter as the attacker.
Brosev needs to find something to finish off this life bar. Kale has the resources, can't even see him.
Oh, no!
There it is.
That's unfortunate.
Hey, round one, you're not going to have that last breath protection, so chip kills in round one are significantly more dangerous. Kale, he had the meter, saved it for the right moment. And this is where it gets tricky. This is where you can see how comfortable a Quan Chi player is, where they're going for the cage, they're going for portals, you've got up rocket coming out from the cameo. Brosev is just, again, such a strategist. Always looking for that next step. Oh, wasn't quite close enough to punish the skull, however. Oh, but the whiffed grab. Kale is going to make him pay dearly for this.
And with one combo, your back is just about to be to the wall. And as Quan Chi, this is not where you want to be at all. Knockdown, missile. Yeah, that's a free armored portal. And that was an EX one too, which means it's out for significantly longer, triple that of the regular.
But Kale not even pressing anything here, just respecting the fact that armor is there. And as soon as it goes, you can party again.
Wow. Bit by bit, he's chipping away, however. One scoop into Ferra, anything really.
I mean, 420 life left for Brosev, so one clean confirm into the right Ferra option. Could get rid of it. Not going to be here, going for a reset as Kale. Okay, a poke. Brosev manages to find something. EX! Wow! Kale almost managed to go straight through that green portal. You're not meant to be able to go through it, but Kale almost, it looked like he almost got through.
Oh, 2-1-3 boys.
Okay, Brosev potentially a round away from handing Kale another loss and getting a win on the board for himself.
That preemptive standing three as Kwon always feels so good. Nice down one. Look for the standing three again. Backed off, made it whiff. Here comes Sector. Armored portal, strikes back, but the immediate dash, so smart from Kale just to escape it. The armor doesn't really attach itself to Kwon unless you are standing in it for long enough. So if you can avoid it, you can stop him getting armored at all.
And Homelander has so much forward advancing movement in his confirms that definitely better at most than, or better than most at avoiding it, for sure.
Wait a minute, Kale. This is not a nice situation to be in whatsoever. The cage, the armor is still there. There's one bar of meter still, so is Brosev going to have an opportunity to summon it? Oh no, you're dead! Skydrop, it whiffed! Flameburner plus frames.
The flawless block, but not going to matter. Brosev managed to place the standing one after. Damn, Kale did not look happy with that one.
I'm not very good at reading lips, but I'm actually pretty sure I saw him say to himself, okay, all right.
Right.
As in, we lock in. We lock in now. That's either going to be a character change. Surely it's going to be the Lao, right?
I mean, there was very little hesitation in going to it, so it seems that way. I mean, this is the first time we've seen Kale bring out the Homelander today, so maybe that was it. You know, Kale, the Lao has been seemingly his favorite pick for the tournament so far.
Is this the first time all day we've seen a mirror match of cameo, like both players using Sector?
Yeah, I think you might be right.
Sector cameo, not the most popular, but what's going on here?
Not gonna lie, I didn't know who Sector Rocket that was.
Well, they're both, one of them has the palette swap player 2 version, essentially, of the other one, so this really is a weird mirror.
Hey, we've seen quite a bit of Sector cameo today. You know, FGC Boy was playing the Shao Sector earlier as well.
Sector isn't popular with everyone, but with the right character can really thrive. Even with Sector, though, I must say, Brosev, Quan Sector is not the most common cameo pairing. We see Tremor with Quan. We've even seen now Darius a little bit. You know,
Janet with Quan still good.
Janet's still good. But I think the Sector stocks with the Quan Chi rising after this event. Broseph zoning. Oh my lord.
Thing is though, again, like Kale's Lao thrives. Oh wow.
Oh my god, that move is unsafe.
Yeah, I cannot tell you the last time I saw that Lao attack even attempted. Like, I couldn't even tell you what input it is. It is. There is a reason you don't see it too often. But Kale has to fight back. Kale, his neutral with this Kung Lao has been so strong, but the way Broseph is playing Quan, just dominating that neutral, the spells, the cage.
A very important tech there from Online Kale. Tried to squeeze out a poke. He knows that's not going to be plus enough to get a combo. 2 bars Kale had to spend just to be safe there. Didn't commit to the low. That could have been a full combo. The bone cage forces the jump. The standing 4 narrowly misses.
Okay, that purple spell going to give you some enhanced projectiles. Not really the thing you see the most, to be honest, compared to the others.
The armor is just so useful. Big jump in.
That was a really early jump in as well from Broseph. That was calling out an anti-air attempt, and it worked perfectly.
If Lao jumps at this range, I was about to say! Ask and you shall receive. Lao jumping at any distance, dive kick or not, standing 3 with Quan, chews it up for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Say Broseph on the cusp of a 3-0 win, unless Kale can do something about it.
Gapless 1-2-2.
Oh,
gets
hang
the
on.
armor. The overhead's real!
Yeah.
What a choice there from Kale. Still alive in this set. But the match point for Broseph continues.
Okay, there's the armor spell. That really has been the kind of bread and butter for Broseph most of the time. You see Kale just trying to avoid it, but it's easier said than done.
Good block on that low, though. Cancels the flame burner. Getting a little bit tricky here.
Okay, again, that overhead having so much value. This time blocked, but made safe. Thank you, up missile. And again, Broseph hitting so many of these burners.
Oh, it's scary, right? Because you can commit to that back 3, but there is a gap there, which is why Broseph isn't constantly dedicating.
Oh, wow, Kale just walking forward past everything. Past the standing 4, past the rocket.
Quan Chi has loads of meter, but are you going to get an opportunity? No! Dying with 3 bars of meter. That is one of the worst feelings.
Hey, in the words of what we assume Kale said, okay, all right. Lao.
Okay.
And Lao, the adjustment making such a huge impact here already. I mean, Broseph was match point there too. That was looking so close to being a clean 3-0, but nope, Kale is fighting back. Now, will we see the full reverse comeback?
Well, it's going to be a long mountain to climb, however. Plus frames. This aggression in this round is certainly starting something. Tried to go for the launch there off the sweep, just narrowly too late. You want the missile to come out second, not first. Block on the overhead low, but still tons of work to do. This could be the start of something. Being armored isn't going to mean a huge amount, though, when you're this low on health.
Nice avoidance there from Kale.
Oh, unless you flawless block that, yeah, you're dead. Cannot avoid that situation.
Just like that, though, Kale a round away from tying things up. This Lao change has been just the most important thing for him in the set.
There's the overhead. Full combo. Doesn't quite get the follow-up, though, however. Could have been worse. The opponent is still in the armor. Kale powering through with a 2-hit armored reversal of his own.
Oh, and there it is.
The launch. Thank you, missile.
As soon as you can tell the rocket has been established, you can go for sweep, you can go for overhead, and Kale is rinsing it right now.
Scary situation to navigate for Kale. That purple spell does give Quan some pretty gnarly projectiles. Hard to move in against them. You have to normally kind of wait them out most of the time.
There's also credit. Oh, wow. Is that enough? Hang on. This is an up rocket start, and there's minimal scaling.
And you're
this might actually do
900 health.
Oh, that's definitely enough.
I will never question the capability of killing if it's 900 HP. I will most of the time just say, yeah, probably.
Okay, Kale on the verge now of maybe doing a full 3-game comeback, tying things up 2-2. This was looking miserable for a while. Broseph was 2 games up, a round away. It was looking like maybe a 3-0, and suddenly, just like that, Game 5, Kale bringing this all the way back. Uh-oh, double up rocket. Yep.
So much respect.
I love how both players just stood still and just let that happen. They're like, okay, right, we both called up rocket. Neither of us are going to make any headway here. Except the draw. A moment peace.
Kale going to do what he can to stay away. Oh, Kung Lao catching the sector right behind, so that cameo is going to be gone for a good few seconds.
Again, another up rocket. Kale using it as soon as it's back, seemingly.
The pressure continues in the corner. Oh no, the 50-50. Flame burner, that was a hard call. I mean, expensive, but went for the mix-up, did not find it.
But that's a mix-up, right? You go for the 1-3, it's an overhead. You go for the 1 technical, it's a low, but it's expensive. That
It's
EX low is
2
2
bars.
bars. Yeah. And Kale ready for it, which I'm kind of surprised by. That's the first time Broseph has actually done technical on block the entire set. And the first time he did it, Kale was ready. Shows how locked in Kale has become through the remainder of this match. Nice pickup from Broseph.
Knew that because of the weird gravity, he wouldn't have had time to get a forward 4 at the end or something similar, so he just cashed out into Sky Drop.
Keep it nice and simple. Oh, wow.
Tried to make it whiff with a forward dash there.
Yeah, there's the Shaolin shimmy, going to avoid that missile. Same before, if you've got that fast forward advancing movement options, that's your best bet at dealing with the up rocket. And now online Kale. Broseph does have a break. Tries to jump out of the corner.
All right, what's the situation? The armor, you're alive. Blocks the overhead low 50-50, he gets the grab! You are still alive though, you're not dead! Oh, online KO finds it! Oh my god!
God, just the relief written all over Kale's face there, my lord.
Definitely thinking right now, why did I bother picking Homelander?
But that's good info, you know, like he is a player of many characters. You know, this year, a lot of T1000, a lot of that Lao. Went for the Homelander for the first time, didn't work out, and had the confidence to go, no, back to the Lao. It is time to change. And what a change it was. A full reverse sweep. That was, again, that was looking like a 3-0 win for Broseph, a round up and everything. Shouts to Broseph. I'm fairly confident that with that loss, that does solidify he will not be able to make it out of this group. Again, you know, we have admins who do all the match, you know,
the numbers.
They do all the numbers, they count the games, they keep track of things, but I'm fairly confident in saying that means Broseph can't make it out of the group anymore. Which is a shame for him because he is such a fantastic player to watch. You know, huge shouts to him for making Final Combat 2 years in a row back to back.
He's had his family with him actually. He's had his wife. He's had his children here, or his child. So it's they're going to have a nice weekend in Mexico regardless of the outcome.
Mate, the food here is sublime.
I'm having a great time with the food.
It is so good.
And we're British as well, so that carries extra weight. Give me flavor any day.
Hey, okay, we're not going to get into this now. We're going to talk about this later. But anyway.
Did I touch a nerve?
I just think you may be over-exaggerating somewhat. But again, we'll have a leisurely discussion about it later, because for now, we have more matches to go with. We are actually already getting quite through this group, dare I say. You know, Kale, after suffering the loss to Lavender Rain before, a very important win for him to be able to confirm. So definitely a relief for him to get that win for sure. But the question is, yeah, you kind of have to bring things back because again, Kanamani, Lavender Rain, from last we saw on stream, were undefeated still. Again, I'm fairly sure that some matches will be played off stream. So as we know what's happening with them, we will update you on the results. But yeah, I guess I'll have to wait and see. Ooh, Lavender Rain versus Tekken Master. So this is an interesting one, as we can say for every match in this group, I'm fairly sure. But Lavender Rain, the character choice has been a bit of a question mark today. Played some Baraka himself against online Kale. The change to Ermac, very important. And now against Tekken Master. I imagine this is probably, if he's against Baraka, this has got to be a Takeda angle, surely. I'd be very surprised if he doesn't bring out the Takeda here. That's looking like potentially what we're seeing.
If we've got to it, oh, that's a real match. That ain't no button check.
Man, unless you're just checking the button is like the most important thing. Yeah, my standing 2. My full B&B works, there you go. Oh, an immediate. So Tekken Master as well, one noticeable thing about him, he doesn't really go for striker machine gun at all, which there are some utilities between Baraka before, Baraka now. You can use the machine gun for a throw combo. You can use machine gun to extend off of like projectiles. The main thing though is the throw combo. But Tekken Master does seem to just forego it. Doesn't seem to mind. Okay, full fatal blow caught. Okay, not quite enough to kill. Oh, here comes Jax. Oh, and that's going to be enough. Lavender Rain manages to find the last little hit he needs.
And overall, that's a really, really good start for him. There's the immediate breaker being forced out of there. Tekken Master not having meter. Excuse me, apologies.
Oh, what an up block. There it is again. Not the first time we've seen that.
Right, grab. Where's it going to go from here?
Oh, nice block from Tekken Master.
It's a cheeky mix-up. It really is, because it's either going to be overhead jumping that you commit to, or it's going to be low shuriken.
Oh, and there's the catch it again. That's got to be like best case scenario if you play Cameo Jax. Is your main fighter is doing all the damage, and then Jax is just beating the snot out of their Cameo. But that's one of the things that I feel like Lavender Rain is the best in the business with that, with Jax. I feel like no one is quite as consistent as him with just their Cameo comes in, especially this kind of matchup where it's Striker, Baraka Striker 101. The bread and butter is Baraka dedicates to something crazy, and Striker comes in to cover it. Striker can't do that if there's any form of gap. Jax just comes in and catches Striker, and suddenly the team doesn't work. Nice catch.
I love that throw combo situation, being able to get a really solid knockdown.
Oh, there it is again, Jax. And look at how long Striker is out of action as well. I mean, it basically means you're using your Cameo to turn theirs off, but at the same time, Lavender Rain, he has a lot of opportunity to get his own openings, right? A lot of confirmable buttons, a lot of like setups by himself. I know Jax facilitates quite a lot of it, you know, in addition, but he's not helpless without him.
Trying to pay out maybe some kind of up block there. Counter poke.
And again, every time.
The moment he sees it.
But that was perfection, because in that moment, Tekken Master used the grenade call to make that special safe. But it was unsafe because Jax came in before the grenade came out, and it was just a clean punish. Lavender Rain is playing around this perfectly. Okay, Tekken Master with some kind of catch here. Decent amount of damage.
Striker coming out to play. It's kind of interesting to look at the way Tekken Master is kind of playing this Baraka Striker team. So much of it that he used to do back in the day. But there are new tools now. That Jax gotcha grab being such a prime example.
But that's what I mean. There's definitely an argument to be made of the team. Like, it's doing strong things, but there are now nuances to it, right? That didn't exist before. Or, I mean, there it is again every time. It's like Lavender Rain is saving Jax almost exclusively for, like, just turning off Tekken Master's Cameo. Although this round, Tekken Master has quite a sizable lead.
All right, set up again. Wake up out of it. Oh, the grenades! You thought you could punish me. I played a dirty trick on you.
Okay, but that's a round on the board, a very crucial one at that for Tekken Master. The fact that Tekken Master is basically having to play without Striker most of the time. Yeah, a lot more Striker in neutral. I think that's the answer. If Striker on block is getting, like, jaxed, Striker in the neutral or for like a safe jump or whatever, like much more attractive.
Didn't have any Striker available for post-grab situations, but we'll just keep it nice and simple here. Tekken Master, oh no! No! Oh my god, I haven't seen that exchange in so long. That is so unfortunate.
Yeah, that grenade actually connected at the worst possible time to make that unsafe on a hit, unfortunately, because it became blocked at the very last moment.
A block, but who cares? It's just the strength of Striker, being able to just cover those advances.
All the turnaround. Tekken Master manages to find the clean back three. Going for the chip, didn't turn around, no! But the thing is, even if Tekken Master had turned around, there would have been last breath protection, so that wouldn't have killed. Oh my goodness,
Oh my
Lavender
God, are
Rain,
you
no.
kidding? No, he doesn't find it!
No!
Are you kidding me?
Oh.
How did he find that?
I think that was a flawless block. I think Lavender Rain flawless blocked the last hit of that airborne
No,
spin.
he did. He did. He flawless blocked the death spin in the air, and then he just... Well, I mean, the end of the game speaks for itself.
That was next level clutch from Lavender Rain. I mean, at the same time, you can't fault Tekken Master for going for it because that's a hard thing to do. The only thing that saves you there is like flawless block on reaction from that kind of, because that move, depending on how high you are, like how many hits it's got, that can be really tricky. But Lavender Rain, so on it today.
Each individual play here is just such a crazy situation for Lavender Rain. The payout is just unbelievable. Whereas Tekken Master, I mean, he's having to fight against so many different elements here. You're having to deal with the crazy Takeda damage. You're having to deal with the fact that your cameo's constantly getting punched in the face by someone else's cameo.
The fact that Baraka just keeps glowing with every hit of that gotcha grab is just a reminder that Striker is hella not in the game.
Punish. Oh,
Yep.
went for the down two.
No, Tekken Master must have been sure that was going to hit, but unfortunately not going to happen. Lavender Rain manages to find another round, and now Tekken Master a round away from being down another set in this group stage. It's so important for Tekken Master to be able to bring this back, or his hopes and dreams of making finals day are completely gone.
There's the catch. The only bar that Tekken Master had at the time, not really a big deal though, is we've regenerated one more. Good to go. There's more Striker too. Lovely block on that overhead though from Lavender Rain.
Oh,
that
this
will
one
be another one.
Yep.
This is going to be a really, really big win for Lavender Rain, who has had some great victories today.
Oh, what a pickup from those grenades though. Tekken Master manages to find a chunk of damage. No Striker, nice advantage on the sweep. Oh, the counter poke. Striker just came back. But again, Jax was there.
Double down one, boys. That's what Tekken Master wants.
Wow!
Oh, God.
Ready with the Jax call.
Oh, everyone's getting beat up here.
Ready with the Jax call on the neutral Striker call. That is some next level awareness from Lavender Rain. Oh my goodness.
That was dirty.
Tekken Master now put a bit of a between a rock and the hard place situation here. Jax not letting Striker do anything to help him. Okay, there's a hit.
All right, look for the counter poke.
Oh, I think that's it. I think that's it.
You are so dead.
Yeah, if he hits this combo, looks like he's going to not drop it here. Yep, there's the follow-up. And Lavender Rain with a 3-0 win again. And I think that puts him still completely undefeated in overall sets in this group stage.
I mean, on the show alone, on the broadcast, we had a victory versus Broseph, a victory versus Online Kale, and now this victory versus Tekken Master puts you in, let's say, a very good position for tomorrow's games, I would say.
Oh, here it is, here it is. Looking for the flawless block? Or is it? Oh, wait, no, it didn't catch it. My mistake.
Well, we caught that combo at least. Hey, cool flip.
Man, what a set for Lavender Rain. What a performance for Lavender Rain, all in all, to be honest. Has been just completely untouchable in this group. And that now means, I think his only opponent left to play, it's Canny, right?
Oh my God,
so he's
Canny
3-0.
versus Lavender Rain.
At worst, I think we'll go 3-1. Lavender Rain's looking like he's put himself in a really good spot to make it out, you know?
Love to see it.
Again, I don't want to say guaranteed because I don't have the authority to make that, to keep track of that on the fly. But definitely looking like you could be in worse spots, for sure, for Lavender Rain right now. But thank you all so much for tuning in from home, wherever it is in the world you're watching, whatever platform it may be that you're watching. We are Ketchup and Mustard, and we've been bringing you this final Kombat 2025 action, where we are getting up now to the halfway point of the day. We are getting towards the later stages of this group now, so we will be able to find out who our two qualified players from the group will be.
Hang on
Speaking
a minute.
of which, yes, this match right here, there is some history to this match. This is one of those like individual competitive rivalries, you know? It's just two players with a similar story trying to just do their best in the space. You know, they played at EVO in one hell of a match. They've played in the online space, and they're playing here again here at Final Kombat to decide who gets out of the group, basically, or who has a higher chance to do so.
there is so much history between Kanamani and Online Kale. It's kind of like what you said before. They have a similar background, just playing an absolute ton of online, getting involved in as many online tournaments as they can, being absolute terrors in the world of ranked and other things like that. But one is North America, one is EU. There are a plethora of online tournaments that take place. I want to shout out to Rips Arena, who has very much the biggest online competitive community that does tend to combine NA and EU together, regardless of ping. I mean, they just want to bring people together for matches. I think we're getting, oh my God, are we getting a Homelander mirror?
It's the mirror, my friend.
Are we getting a
it's
Homelander mirror?
Man, this is going to be a, okay, personally, and this is just my opinion, I think the Homelander mirror is really weird. I think it's just,
Elaborate.
They play from such a strange range, all in all, because Homelander really looks for like that kind of quick, almost like pouncing on you kind of offense. But Homelander's really good at dealing with that from himself.
I gotta say, I'm glad that Online Kale, the American, got the American flag color palette. It would have just felt weird otherwise.
Or is it Strawberry Kanamani?
Kanamani, starting off real strong hit. Ooh, that's a nice little pickup.
Hey, although actually, it's funny you should say that, because Kale, the outfit of Homelander, is the same, as the red, white, and blue. Kanamani with the the turkey flag, the red and white.
Very, very true.
That's actually pretty cool.
Very, very true. Meaty pressure to come in. That was looking like it could be the first round, and it will be. As Kanamani scores first blood in this rivalry.
A very important match, though, for both players, because Kanamani, again, depending on if any of the matches have happened off stream, which, I mean, as soon as we find out, we'll be able to let you all know. Kanamani still undefeated in the group, potentially. Kale, one loss. If Kale can beat Canny, that can put them in a potential tiebreaker situation, maybe later on, and that's where those individual matches will get really important. But again, we'll see as the group unfolds if that will be necessary. Whereas if Kanamani wins this match, it will definitely be looking pretty damn good for Canny and Lavender Rain to be the ones who make it out of the group.
It's just going to be very, very hard to stop either of them at that point. We are getting later on in Group B. The maths are starting to math, if you catch my drift. All right, turn stealing down one though. Online Kale tries to catch out. Kanamani was looking for it.
Nice,
the punish. Diabolical.
I was saying before, Homelander's ability to just pounce on those mistakes is almost unrivaled in this game. Whoa, okay, hang on a minute. Kanamani has an opening here.
If Kale managed to get the full laser beam there and didn't cancel it,
if Canny can get a hit. Wait, hang on. You can bypass the break. Surely.
Fatal blow? No, he tried to fatal blow with a standing one, but Farah was still not ready. She was technically on the screen after doing that move. Canny tried to avoid breaker.
Because the thing is, Kale was going to break. If you continue that combo, Kale was going to get the break.
Absolutely.
But that's the downside. If you're going to use Farah to open up and get the hit, if Farah's still there, fatal blow won't come out. A very explosive round 2 in this first game of the set.
Go block on the low. Because Canny was the one that blocked and Online Kale still recovering. He won the exchange of lasers. However, Online Kale with a clean hit here on Kanamani, pushing him towards the corner. Down one into the immediate side switch there from the command grab. Kale isn't going to break yet. Surely we'll wait until the next hit, I imagine.
Oh, what tried to do this though? Was that a raw up block?
Yeah,
oh
he's done it again.
Kale.
Just making hard reads. Speaking of hard reads, finds another one with that neutral duck, and now he himself will side switch. This is a scary situation for Kanamani.
Oh,
unbreakable.
Hang on a minute.
Unbreakable. This will not kill, but my lord, is it going to hurt?
Hey, it's going to put Canny in a really good position. You can have a massive life lead. Potential one-hit left scenario. You might be able to bypass the break with a single hit. Maybe. Farah's not even back for Kale. Canny, going in.
What a flawless block!
Oh my goodness!
Chip avoided. Oh, couldn't flawless block that one though. Kanamani with the first game, but that was a crazy one. We get a game 5, right? And every match goes like that. Come on.
Hey, if any of our matches in this group could go to game 5, this has got to be the one. Surely. I don't want to jinx it, right? I don't want to curse it, but I mean, just given the history these players have together, they are going to run it back. I wouldn't be surprised if this is the matchup the entire time.
Remember, folks, commentary curse is a real thing.
Hey, I accept no responsibility formally.
But you can't help but feel guilty about it.
I'm just here to yap about Mortal Kombat.
Damn, I love my job.
Oh. Oh, wow, the full screen cancel on that too. Okay, there's a check. Nice catch.
Knows he's going to find it as well.
Oh, wow. Bold wake-up button from Kale there. Into the overhead. Ferris like, this is a high-damage path. Yeah, not surprised to see the break there from Kale. Oh, but back-to-back, the hit is secured.
Rampage in that first round.
Yep, okay. Kenny on a bit of a steamroll here. The snowball begins to roll. Oh, my goodness. And with a start like that, can you be surprised?
And we had meter to spend on the EX up laser, so this combo is going to do so much more considering. Looking for the plus frames again.
Parry! Yo, I forget Homelander even has that, you know, considering how rarely we see it.
It just comes out so often just to, I think, style on someone or send a message.
But hey, with this kind of offense that Candy's managed to surmount. Okay,
too far away. Yeah, too far away. A weird pickup, that one.
Okay, back to neutral. Kadamani with a pretty clear advantage right now.
He doesn't need to go in. I mean, I'm sure he will, but he doesn't have to.
But he won't need to if he is so perfect. I was saying before, of all the Homelanders, I feel like Canny is the most surgical with max range on that laser normal.
Yep, forward 4.
Always manages to find like the exact tip of it every time.
Although, ironically, whiffed the down 4 and just got punished for it. In the turn of events, goes to the up block. Armored interruption! And now Kanamani 2-0 up. The question is, do we change character? This is such an important match for online KO because Lavender Rain, we've just seen already at least, right, 3-0 in these groups. Kanamani, if he wins this, he's going to be 3-0 as well.
I mean, I feel like
KO has to win this.
No, I don't want to speak too soon. If Kenny wins, that's just him and Lavender Rain are out of the group, right? Because that will mean that Kale has 2 set losses. Brosif's got too many losses. Tekken Master has too many losses. I feel like, unless my maths is completely wrong, Kenny winning this match over Kale might mean that Lavender and Kale are the ones that qualify. Yeah, obviously, we will get confirmation. Do not take my word for it, but I mean, that could definitely be the case. And for once more, Kale is now going back to the Kung Lao. Last time we saw this, Kale started with the Homelander, went down 2 games in a row, managed to bring it all the way back.
This is a very different kind of opponent, though. You're playing Kanamani and you're fighting a Homelander of this caliber. I think Kanamani, out there, pound for pound, has got the best Homelander in the business. Like, just the knowledge of just the know-how and the game sense to know when to just let certain things rip. Lovely read, though. Online Kale. Beautiful crouch there on the dashing grab. Oh, tried to go for a parry. I kind of like that attempt, though, because if you let the back 3 whiff and then Kale would have committed to overhead, I'm pretty sure you would have parried that. Tries to bait out the up block there, plus frames for the down 4. Catches online Kale, slip in. 300 damage, breached. Knockdown, granted. Oh! Command grab, or no, regular grab. Why not?
I get confused with Farrah sometimes.
I mean, I just see Farrah come out and think, oh, command grab.
Farrah-related grab. Oh, wow. Ah! Have you ever seen Homelander be just handled like that? Farrah got that confidence.
God, the poor man's ego. Good blocks, but the float, the fact that he can float at a moment's notice makes it so difficult to flawless block this character. And now Kanamani on match point. This win would be humongous.
No, I am fairly sure that, you know, feel free to blow me up if I'm wrong, but I'm fairly sure that if Canny wins this, that is it. Canny and Lavender make it out of the group. Kale needs to pull this back.
But after one solid B&B, here's the danger. Hasn't landed a solid hit on Canny in this round yet. Canny still has Breaker to play with, and every single hit you take, the fact that you have to even hit Kanamani once just to take the meter away before you can start doing proper damage. Oh God, this is just such a mountain.
Okay, but it's not impossible. It's not impossible.
Not going to break, though. Kanamani holding on to it. Waiting until it really matters.
Get that chase down every time Kanamani could just have that sense for when to go in. But okay, another hit.
Kale thought he was going to break.
Kanny is just holding on to this meter like he's not as low in health as he is. Good block on the mix-up. Caught again. Didn't connect. Again, Kanamani might not have the opportunity to break. Came down to the final block. Managed to find it.
Flawless block. Oh no! Has to break! Kale! This is your last chance!
This is it. Next hit takes it for both, and the dive kick from online Kale! The classic Kung Lao maneuver keeps Online Kale alive at Final Combat. My word, the stress that must have been going through Online Kale's entire being at that moment.
My man pulled that dive kick right out of Mortal Kombat 3. We now go into our next matchup, knocked down into homing missile. Immediately going in for mix-ups too.
Okay, yeah.
Kanimani.
Kanimani trying to chase it down. I respect the attempt, but that spin, I don't know if anything in this game can chase it down when you just let it go that far.
What catches me there, though, is that Kanny in that game just refused to break. I mean, I understand not breaking on that first initial hit because it's like, right, wait for something significant. But piece by piece, you start taking little hits that you can't really break. And before you know it, you're dying with 3 bars of meter and you've got nothing but regret left.
What was that? What even happened there? That is Homelander just doing whatever the hell he wants. Oh!
Well, I hope that Kanimani doesn't get flustered by this. Not really one to lose composure, but I mean, this is the World Finals we're talking about. This is the time where all pressure's on.
Dude, Kanny's blocking on that mid into overhead low has been fantastic. Kale, again, finds himself in this situation. Went down 2 games in a row, the Homelander. Changed to Kung Lao, which is the main. That is Kale's comfort zone character. And now a round away from tying us up and going to a game 5. It was looking like a 3-0. Now we might go into the 5th match. I hope we see it.
Wake up armor. That wake up armor of Homelander is actually technically one of the worst armored moves in the game. Doesn't really lead to any combos.
And then you throw Pharaoh on top of it.
It's the just get off me nature of it. At least it creates distance down 1 throw. So many of these grabs when they hit their mark, Kanimani's doing it, but Pharaoh's not available. So he just can't capitalize. He can't turn it into anything. Pick up, finds it, down 1. All right, big knockdown incoming. Wake up spin.
Oh, that was so cheeky. I feel like Kale just pushed Canny to mid-screen to then go back and get that distance again.
Yeah,
decided to break. Rude.
Decided to break at the last minute. That would have been fatal blow into Sector.
Whoop.
Oh!
Spending the meters.
The throw tech.
Okay, anything into fatal blow can take it. Farah comes out for good measure, and that's going to be it. Kanimani. Okay. Oh, we are in make or break territory for another time. Is this going to be where the set ends? Or are we going to go to game 5? There's the homing rocket. At the very least, Kale manages to stay alive. For the moment, okay, there's the grab.
The tick throw from the down 4. Still going for the higher damage combos as well. Kanimani staying composed. Quarter of the life is already down. Lovely throw tech from Online Kale, creating distance. Unfortunately, pushed right back into the corner regardless. The armor to say no, it is still my turn.
Yeah, Kenny was expecting the extension on the armor, but it didn't come. Kale does have Sector back, but is in a bit of a miserable spot right here. Building close to that breaker, but... Oh no, hang on! Are you going to build breaker in time?
No break. You've got no break!
1 hit, is it enough? Tries to keep unbreakable, and there is the trade of trades at the very end. Kanimani clutches it out and denies Kale the full return. And I think that could very well mean that Kanimani and Lavender Rain are going to be the ones advancing through this group. That could be the end of Online Kale's year of pro competition. Again, we will get confirmation, make no mistake, but I'm fairly sure that is the case.
Canny's just been, I'm pretty sure they're just been told to stay seated, and that could only be for one thing.
Canny and Lavender Rain.
Canny and Lavender Rain. The 2 highest placing players in the group so far. We're now going to find out, and this is always a really exciting moment. You've got 2 players that are equally as dominant in their results, and then they have to fight, and it's like, right, you're both like, you're kicking ass at the end of the day, but which one of you is doing it the most?
Well, think about it. It's if these are the 2 players who are going to make it out of the group, you go into tomorrow's 8-player bracket with different seeding, right? Based on how you placed and how you performed, right? So if that is the case this year, this match still matters. Even though both players could very well be the ones to get out of the group regardless, you might think, well, why play the match even? They're both making it out.
Seeding!
Who's going to be the highest seed of the 2? Which I'm fairly sure is how it works this year, because that is usually how it works. But it means you have to, you can't take it easy. You have to play for the max. And that also means that one of these players is guaranteed to go undefeated in the group.
In this group.
And that,
in this group.
In this group of all groups, to be undefeated, what just a morale boost you will have going into finals day if you go into it undefeated. You did not drop a single set, not against any of these players.
I mean, let's look at the current possibilities of the top 4 that we have. 4 players in the top 8. 2 North America, courtesy of Sonic Fox and Gur from Group A. And with Group B, you know, if we are in this position with Kanamani and Lavender Rain, 1 South America, 1 EU.
That's a world championship for a reason.
That's what it looks like to me. And then we have plenty more players to come. We're not even halfway through this tournament today. That's the crazy thing. We have had so many games, so many just moments of glory, heartbreak. You know, no one's going to want to fall short. You've spent a year qualifying towards all of this. And I think while we get this match set up, you know, we're here on HBO. We're here live online as well. There's various different platforms. Some of you might be watching and you're like, hey, I like Mortal Kombat. What's going on here? You don't really know what's been happening. The short of it is a year's worth of competition, both online and offline. Players have been traveling to those events, playing, placing. The best players throughout the year get sent here. It's a year's effort to make it to Final Combat, right? It means so much to these players.
And it all boils down to a single weekend, and even less, a couple of days, right? A couple of hours of Mortal Kombat. And these are players who, we're talking thousands of hours of grinding, you know, we're talking so much distance covered. Like, some of our players traveled the world over, went to like almost every single offline event, which spans Latin America, Europe, North America, the online events, you know, and here we are. This is what it all boils down to. And this match right here, Lavender Rain versus Kanamani, the two players who have been the most on fire in this entire group. Only one of them can stay undefeated.
Lavender Rain, once again, though, clipped by that Homelander forward 4. Kanamani on point.
It's the optimal damage as well. Kanamani just squeezing out every bit of damage you can at every opportunity.
All right, you are going to have to do that extra little bit of work in this situation, though. 1,100 health, Lavender Rain.
Yeah.
The Takeda Jax, the double down 1, found the hit that he was looking for. Round 1 on the board for Kanamani, but after we've seen all day long from Lavender Rain, you know, the Takeda here now, my God, that Ermac earlier, just, this guy's insane. Jax, wait, Jax got hit, and Takeda just recovered as normal.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Lavender Rain, we did see before against the match against Tekken Master, just constant use of Jax to just deny cameo. I don't think we'll see as much of that here. I think Jax versus Farah, there is some utility, but it's not quite as constant as against like the ambush cameos, right, the strikers and whatnot. But still, Jax going to be giving you that massive damage, the setup potential. Kanamani though with the corner carry. Has Lavender Rain backed into the wall here, immediate catch.
No breaker from Lavender Rain. It's a pretty bold decision being so low. 1 round down already. My question's always, right, there's the break. Farah gone for now, but Kanamani still sitting on 3 bars.
And even Kanamani going for those quick dashes.
Punish!
And that's a punish. Game 1 Kanamani, unless he messes this up. Yep, keeps it simple, doesn't go for the hard stuff there. Job done. Game number 1 already on the board now. Kanamani. Again, you know, the EU most dominant player by far the entirety of this year.
Oh, that command grab was able to
kind of result. It's definitely on brand for him.
That command grab was able to crush an up block as well, so it's going to do increased damage. 150 just like that, and scoring first blood at the same time. Kanamani, the baits now. There's the immediate command grab. I know some of you at home might be looking at that grab and thinking, how are people getting hit by that constantly? Homelander has a dash. The diabolical dash, it's a mix-up between him just doing a big uppercut that if you're reading a grab and you're crouching, he just punches you in the face and you're dead. And if you sit and wait for the punch, he grabs you. It is a true 50-50.
And that's the mix. But that's the game is full of it, right? That's how you establish your offense with a lot of characters. I mean, hell, these are definitely 2 teams with a lot of dirt, if you're looking at it on paper.
Oh, wow! The energy wave of Jax whiffing completely. Kenny finding the opening.
All right, just got confirmation, folks, that Lavender Rain and Kanamani, they are the 2 players who are making it out of this group. So congratulations to both of them. They are playing for seeding, however. And that can be the difference between playing Sonic Fox in your first match and then maybe not Sonic Fox. Not that there is such a thing as like an easy opponent in Sunday Finals Day.
However, here comes a big combo.
Oh, look at that.
That's got to be it.
Ow! Hey! When your combo damage
crowd
number,
likes that one.
Hey, when it starts with a 5 and it's like 500, ugh,
chef's kiss.
This team, disgusting.
All right, big splat, a long knockdown there for Takeda. Oh, did not expect him to end that string.
Oh, okay, Lavender Rain calling out Canny. Canny going for those quick dashes. You have that long range mid that Lavender Rain's throwing out, right? It goes so far, but there's a big gap in between the 2 hits. And Kanamani squeezing out a little dash every time. It's so frighteningly optimal.
Speaking of, next snap, big advantage on knockdown there. Catches the button, Lavender trying to swing with something. Just walks into Homelander's boot instead. Oh God, the double trouble. Energy Wave, such a vital tool for Takeda. Jax is available, so we are still going to turn this grab into a combo setup with the low shuriken. Catches him jumping, cashes out into Fatal Blow. The breaker has to come through.
It's not an impossible situation. Lavender Rain only slightly down on life, to be honest. And the health that's left with the resources available, you can absolutely make it work. But the good defense from Kanamani.
Yo, the plus frames on that, did you see that?
Or was that a point-blank stance change from Lavender Rain? We're getting weird.
Oh no, he's found it!
Oh,
he's dead. He's dead. He's dead! And the Fatal Blow just for good measure. Kanamani 2-0 up. We waste no time going into restart match. That might look a bit weird, but look, that Fatal Blow is winning the game. Why sit and watch it? I'm in the zone. I'm trying to play for seeding. Let me just start again. I don't care about the cinematic.
That's got to be a rough position to be in, though, if you're Lavender Rain, because when it's that 1-0, one round apiece kind of area, and you're on the cusp of one hit away, both players, this so easily could have been 1-1 right now, but no, now Lavender Rain has the entire mountain to climb.
However, if there's one player that can do it in this group versus Kanamani, clearly it is Lavender Rain, who has just been unbelievable in his own right. Jax escapes. The advancing high there of Takeda. The reason it's such a good button is because it does put Takeda in an airborne state, allowing him to do so many of his air specials. This character is so airborne, mostly for his combo damage, to be fair.
Half expected Lavender to recover there and pick up from that.
Good low pokes. Reactionary block on the... Oh, blocks the overhead. Chucks in a command grab just to be a little bit cheeky with it. Knockdown. What's next?
You notice that the Kanamani, whenever he gets that corner off of that, he'll usually back up a little bit just to kind of keep that corner control.
Yeah, make it less predictable, I suppose. What he's going to go for. Avoids the shuriken. Can't get the punish, though. Lavender Rain.
Oh, yeah, backing off.
Fight another day. Oh. 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 Oh, that one!
Okay, we are on layers right now. Layers upon layers, and there's another Fatal Blow.
Pew, pew, pew!
Wait, okay, this is 1100 health team. My gut instinct is telling me he's probably dead, and I think I'm right.
Trust me, my brother, he is dead.
I'm usually wrong about Fatal Blow kills, I'll be honest.
I was about to say, when you said I'm usually... I was like, you're better not about to say you're right. You ain't lying to those people on HBO. I will not allow it.
Yeah, sorry. But this time I was all right. That doesn't even matter. Kanamani, match point 3. Not only potentially being undefeated in the group in terms of like set score, but 3-0 in his final set. Oof. Could be quite ridiculous.
I mean, that was definitely a read on the back two, for sure. That long-range whip. Jax sets up into the shuriken, delayed wake up, kind of neutralizes that overhead low by the time you've stood up. Does manage to get the side-switching throw, though. Yes, Takeda, if he hits a grab and the shuriken's on the floor, it will detonate and launch for free. Oh, dear. Big launch from that neutral duck. Lavender Rain holding onto the meter for the next significant hit, but possibly your last chance here for today.
And even more corner carry to come on the other side of it, too.
Good block.
Lavender Rain fighting out a little bit here. Uh-oh. Okay, okay!
Unbreakable!
No! Lavender Rain with a dropped combo!
Not like this!
No, Lavender Rain! Okay, that's not enough. Jax is here. Ground pound? Yes, okay. Oh, my heart cannot take this. Lavender Rain, how many times has Lavender Rain done that in this group? Has found like the clutch opportunity to get some massive hits to just determine the match.
And then...
dropped it! Oh! All right, Lavender Rain is all right, though. Although, at the moment,
no, he's not.
Being sent to the other corner.
Are we watching the same game, mate?
Still in the match is my point. Still alive. What could have been a disaster? But will it finish here? Kanamani already from coast to coast, left to the right corner. The pressure is in. A poke, and there's the grab. This combo,
no.
This combo won't kill, but the next hit will.
Yeah, that'll be why Kanamani didn't spend meter on the air laser. Save it for now. Ferret isn't ready, so you haven't got to worry about the command grab. However, all this block pressure adds up.
Okay, okay, Jax, here he comes. Throw combo.
All right, set up.
Set up or damage. Okay, just keeping it simple. Nice and set up.
Instant. The blocks again. Kanamani not getting opened up by that at all. Shibby, shibby, shibby.
What a reaction on the overhead, Kanamani. Is there anything this man will react to? Hang on a minute. Lavender Rain given another opportunity. Jax is there. He's locked and loaded. He's ready, but we're cashing out on Fatal Blow.
Allow it.
Doing the damage.
Allow it. It will scale. It's going to scale.
He's doing a lot.
Yeah, but can he? What?
I mean, it hurts, bro. This is doing a lot of damage.
Yeah, but against online Kale, remember he held onto his breaker for too long.
Yeah, that's true.
Do not make the same mistake twice, my friend.
Nice defense again, though. Oh, the delay! God, you see the little micro attack of Kanamani, he couldn't recover. Is that enough? Ferre's out. The last breath.
God.
There's no more chance. No way. Lavender Rain manages to find it off the swing. Oh! And sniped out of the air means Kanamani goes completely undefeated in Group B of Final Combat. Of course, huge congratulations to both Kanamani and Lavender Rain. They will be your 2 qualified players from this group. We will be seeing them again in tomorrow's playoffs. Wow, what a hard-fought group it was, though. And Kanamani to do so undefeated, the best Europe has to offer for damn good reason. And if you want any explanation as to why, this group is all that needs to be said.
I need to take you back in time 1 year to the first year's Final Combat. Kanamani did not make it to day 2 due to a
tiebreaker.
A crazy tiebreaker. I'm talking like a round or something between him and Zombat. Shouts to you, Zombat, in the States. Probably watching here now.
Probably saying it's pronounced combat.
No, he told me it was Zombat.
Hey, whatever. Discussion for another time.
But look, what I'm saying is, though, didn't make it to the final day, but 1 year later, and in far much more dominant fashion, corrected the wrong. And has been able to do just that, and who knows how much further.
What a turnaround, you know, through and through. As you were just saying, Kanamani, a back-to-back finalist. There was one off-stream match, just to kind of update you folks at home as well. Tekken Master versus Brosif. Brosif was able to take that, so even though it was a match that didn't really affect the outcome of the group, they still played it. Brosif was able to win it, so congrats to Brosif. But that brings the group to an end. So with the for Group C, we are now officially at the halfway point. This is how the group ended up going. Kanamani did end up going completely undefeated in the end. This isn't quite accurate. Kanamani was 4-0 in the end. Lavender Rain second place. Kale so close yet so far. Then Tekken Master and Brosif on the rest of the group. But before we do send you on to a break, just going to remind you again, you lovely folks at home, what can you get your hands on? Funko Pops.
Funko
MK2.
Pops for the official Mortal Kombat 2 movie, Johnny Cage and Kitana. I said this yesterday when we were doing... You've got Kitana, yeah. It's on the back of the box, bro. It's on the back of the box.
You're right.
I was saying, we're all nerds, right? All of us have at least one of these things, but now you can get the Mortal Kombat 2 movie version. Anyway, thank you so much to Funko. This is sick, and we will see you for Group C. Let's go. Take it away.
And welcome back, everyone, to Final Kombat 2025, the World Championships of Mortal Kombat. We are already halfway through the group stages, A and B, done and dusted. 4 players through to the final day. We're going to cement 2 more in a group right now, and we are getting to what is perceived to be, on paper, the strongest, sweatiest, nastiest, dirtiest group that exists here at Final Kombat. We're getting into group number C, the likes of which we are going to see Nicolas, Rewind, MK Javier, Zeus, and Tweety. I'm Mr. Aquaman.
And I am Tento, and this is going to be the group of death, as I like to call it. Everyone in this group has an Evo medal in NRS history. Every single person has been on the biggest stage in Vegas, and now they all get to face off each other, and only 2 can make it out. We have Nicolas, second place throughout most of this Pro Comp, actually, has been insanely consistent and really wants that big one. We have Rewind, who usually does better in year 2, and guess what? It's year 2, has gotten nothing short of pretty much 3rd and 2nd this entire season, only getting, I believe, 17th at Evo this past year. Then we have the good old, oh my gosh, bro, Javier. Javier traveled a decent amount.
Yep.
The biggest thing was he underperformed in some places that we thought he was going to do good at, especially a Combo Breaker. The big thing was Rewind choked against Javier at Evo, which is the reason why Javier is here today.
Yes, that one performance, it rested everything on that championship there in Vegas. He got the job done. He's here at the World Finals, and we're going to be seeing the run back here in the group, baby. It's going to get nasty. And, of course, Nicolas, the #1 seed of this group, you said it, second, time and time again, was second at Final Kombat. Last year, second at Evo, both behind Sonic Fox. If you're looking for a favorite to pull it off, if you're looking at the favorite outside of Sonic, you're looking at Nicolas. But we're going to get started with, oh my goodness, I'm getting taken back to the year 2016 right now. Both of these boys born and bred in the streets of Mortal Kombat X, baby. These 2 players been competing for a long time. This is Tweety and Rewind.
Used to be teammates, too.
Both from America. Both used to be teammates. They know each other really well. Tweety, a huge dark horse in this because this is his first time competing offline in Mortal Kombat 1 ever.
Since 2020 is the last time he's competed offline.
Yeah, offline in general.
Since 2020.
That's 5 years.
Oh, my God.
Will there be the rust online? He dominated Ninja Killer in the online region to earn his spot here. Very, very seldomly do I get to say those words out loud.
Man,
He dominated Ninja Killer.
I know Ninja, you're watching. Big shouts to Ninja, by the way.
Yeah, big shouts to Ninja Killer. But that was a rough one. Tweety making it through. He's going to be playing the same character here. It looks like that's what he's warming up with. And, yeah, it's going to be a battle here. Every single one of these players, top to bottom, I think has a chance. If we're going to see a group with multiple at 3-1 or even 2-2 across the board, we'll see.
It's going to be really
we'll see
interesting
how it
for
goes.
this group indeed. In this group also, I always say each group had a dark horse. In this group, I would definitely say the dark horse would be Tweety, simply because of the fact that how long it's been since he's been offline. Like I said, every single one of these boys have got an Evo medal, but it's just been a time since Tweety's been on the stage. Yeah,
so there's definitely going to be a, is there the nerves or not? Tweety is a prior world finalist himself, got 5th at the Injustice Pro Series Year 2 tour back in 2018. So no stranger to that. 2 years later, at Final Combat in 2020, placing 7th at that Final Combat. He's already got a top 8 under his belt, man.
You want to know the crazy thing about this dude? 2nd place at Evo in 2018 to Rewind.
Boy, history in the making, baby, and
this
here we go.
Grand Finals at Evo in 2018.
Oh my God. Has begun here in Group Number C. Welcome, everyone, if you're watching worldwide. Thank you so much for being here. We love you. Hope you're enjoying the Mortal Kombat 1 action. Let's get into it. Group C, Tweety, Rewind, first hit, going to Tweety. Taking him to the corner as well on the knockdown, but immediately read by Rewind on the up block.
And doesn't want to break, gets the breaker out the way immediately. Here's a big thing for Tweety right now. If you guys do not know, T1000 received a nerf being he had -50 on himself. And like we said before, cameos give decrease and an increase in health. By using Striker, he is at -50. That means he has 900 health on display. And as you can see with this combo that he's, this man
that 900
right
health is disappearing kind of quick here. Hold on a second.
2 touches from Rewind will give him literally a kill on Tweety. So
and
Tweety got to be careful.
Perfect option. One of the special moves that T1000 has, I mean, he's the T1000. He's going to morph into liquid metal, and he goes into a puddle across the ground, as you saw right there, only really hittable by something that's really low to the ground. It's exactly what Rewind did to close out the round. So ready to react and prepare for this T1000.
Oh, my God. This goes in swinging once again. There's no overhead in that string anymore, but guess what? You still got to guess between low and a command grab. Goes for overhead. It's going to be blocked correctly, but 3 bars is on Tweety's side. He had enough time to break. Unfortunately, though, he's going to whiff the throw.
And mink. And this is kind of a new flavor of the T1000 from Tweety. Usually he's backed up with the cameo of a Movado. That's what I've seen primarily. Breaking out the Striker here in the World Championship when it matters the most. His back is to the wall right now. Gets it down, one out. There's some hit advantage. Gets some pressure going. Out of Striker now, and perfectly underneath and through with the armor tackle of Rewind to negate the Striker usage. Baiting out the armor as well, and that's going to be sayonara. GG's for a game 1 in Rewind's favor. And Rewind had one of the craziest runs here of the entire pro competition. We didn't see him for the first half at all. He had 0 points. He had nothing to his name. We thought it was going to be done and dusted. No Rewind in finals. What's going on? What's wrong with the world? But he shows up about halfway through at Combo Breaker, gets 2nd, goes to CEO, gets 3rd, goes to Blink, gets 2nd, 17th at Evo, but still got a thick amount of points from the entirety of that run to get here into Final Combat. A sensational second half run from Rewind, and Tweety doing a bit of damage back as well, but those up blocks have been consistent.
And the flawless blocks have been consistent as well. Rewind, they had a huge statement really at Combo Breaker, getting that 2nd place, and that being a demigod event, a decent amount of points that basically solidify himself. Can he get a punish from that range? I don't think so. Gonna get a whip punish right here. No, Tweety did missed it, but guess what? The armor through the mink one more time.
Oh, goes to the wake up. Nothing to pick up off it, though. No Striker, no nothing available. Gives us a little bit more damage. Goes for the command grab in the middle of the string right there. Something you can't block. You have to read it as a high, though, and there's the baton swing right to the overhead.
Beautiful stuff by Tweety right there, solidifying the answer, using that mix of the baton just a tad bit more instead of using grenades. I like that. Increasing the offense and making Rewind have to overstimulate himself by guessing and might throw in that command grab on occasion. Oh, gets under.
Just outside of the range of that big boot of Reiko. Goes to the command grab. Liquid metal morphification. Gets the grab and gets a double overhead. The Goop Droop.
Shout out to Burrito Voorhees. That Goop Droop coming in handy. Goes in for the armor once again. That's a full combo. Put him on his neck.
The DDT. Goes to Stars. Wants to stay away. Goes for the Glock, but gets shut down instead. Those legs of Reiko got some range, man. He's got legs and he knows how to use them.
Waited a second right there. Thought the grenade's going to catch him, but unfortunately did not. Could have got a better combo than that, but Tweety misses it. Down one coming in handy. Bro, Reiko is so low to the ground when he's crouching. Ow!
Yeah, he tried to hook him, but he actually stayed low there, and that may be all run for the south bar into the air grab. Yeet! That's going to be it. Game Blouses. Favor of Rewind, a round apiece here. Now, how it works here, guys are familiar. It's first to 3 to win the entirety of the set. Each one of these players in the group, all 5 players, will play each other. The top 2 records will make it out. Every single game going to matter to your record. Back to the corner you go. What's it going to be here? Patience. He was looking for the wake up. 2 bars a meter for rewind. Was afraid he was going to use it right there. Goes for the striker again. Unafraid to use the baton mix, which is something that a lot of striker players don't really use a lot of.
Yeah.
Good to see Tweety breaking it out. Tried something a little unconventional here, and he's working on the health bar. Working on a flawless.
Full string right there. Another overhead coming through. The batons, like I said, the mix is coming in handy. -2 right there. Going to go for a down poke instead. Goes for the low, full combo launch. And if he does not drop this, Tweety is going to tie us up 1-1.
Striking back is Tweety. First offline sighting in 5 years for this man. And it looks like the rust is not there
At all. Really got the goop droop right there going for another mix. Down pokes. Aqua. I'm not guessing right. I don't think he is either. Grenades again, and he gets a launch off of that. The pop-up.
Working on another one. Gets the knockdown, the safe jump here on the neutral jump. Great block there, and Rewan finally getting through the gap that existed there with the baton, using his armored move to absorb the hit. Striker.
+8. And it jailed it. Guess what? It wasn't your turn. Going to keep it nice and simple right here. Wait for Turner to come back.
That backhand of Reiko, very advantageous on blocks and continue pressure, and just like that, a health bar is going to disappear. The fatal blow of Reiko doing all the damage. There's a liquid metal getting jacked up right now. Eat a spear as well, right through the head.
Oh my God! My God!
Oh, that's okay. He's liquid. He'll be all right.
Yeah, he'll be all right.
Yeah, he'll be all right. Of all the people in the game, I think he'll be right.
The only way to kill him is by multi
Now, having said that, he's from the future, so why didn't he see it coming?
You know what? The timelines can change. When he coming back here, he made a ripple effect.
Maybe he looked into the wrong timeline.
He might have. He just might have. I know the timeline make him hold 400. Oh, the punish with the slider. You get it. Goes for a safe jump. Down 4s instead. Sweeps. Poking the special. Grenades are right there. Guess what? Tackle doesn't matter. Gets a ground pound again. And would have kept it all unbreakable, too.
Very strong response from Rewind to go up 2-1 now. Again, in this group. Talking with everyone, even ahead of time, everyone looked at this group and went, whoa, this is, of all of them, this might be the one as far as overall strength.
Sweep coming in handy again.
And we're seeing it on full display. Goes underneath the high, gets pressure, gets scooped.
It's not so fun, is it, getting command grab, huh? Rewind.
Both these characters have access to a command grab. Very lethal, and how many times and how many things he can cancel into it, but reading it correctly there is Rewind in the tackle, gonna beat the head of it. Is that activate Tremor to get the pickup and cash out for a lot of damage to DDT.
415, are you kidding me? Put him on his neck one more time. Guess what? You can't dash forward like that. Goes to the goop droop. Hold on. I've seen magic happen, but I don't know magic quite like this one. Command grab coming through once again. Tweety on the prowl. Doesn't have full striker yet, though.
Metallic metal magic is gonna be denied. I tried to start something special there on the comms, but denied by the tackle of Rewind. Such a quick armored reversal is that, and now a match point to his name.
The biggest thing about that reversal, too, is because he slides, he puts himself so low to the ground, he dodges the grenades and making Rewind that much more, honestly, unpredictable when it comes to it. Almost got it under that time, but did the wrong grenade version, the knee into the fist.
He got saved by his homie striker right there. That's the best backup of the force. He's out of grenades, though.
Poking the special.
Slowly coming back, and another response to the puddle.
So
Stop morphing, man.
It's not morphin' time.
It really isn't.
Taking a second, though, trying to look for that big space on the stand 3. Gets a command grab, stand 4 into it. Beautiful stuff right there.
Although, in hindsight, if there is a time to be a morphing time, now is the time for Tweety. Needs a comeback. He needs a miracle right now. Empty jump grab.
I'll block punish, too. Look at that damage.
Boom!
176.
Extra damage if you grab your opponent while they're attempting an up block. So it's really good to just jump at your opponent, do nothing, let them try to up block, and then punish accordingly.
Command grab.
Oh, he did the far version of the nades. Can't escape the range of the DDT, and Trevor for the pickup. Rewind. Take this 3-1 to get this Group C started with a statement victory. Tweety, a decent performance here, getting a game off of Rewind, who's coming into this, I mean, red hot. In his first tournament, almost defeating Sonic in that grand finals, that combo breaker.
Like I said,
and this was at a time where Rewind has been more focused on being a working man.
Oh, yeah.
Shout-outs.
He's trying to prove out here, you know, being a tech.
He is
doing
it for the 9-to-5ers, as he said.
Exactly, yeah.
Out there in the world.
He's showing that there's balance as possible. Before a 9-to-5 job, take care of his own house, doing his own thing, but still have that time to compete.
Personally sponsored one of the other players that came here and won the last chance qualifier. What a story right here. We're going to see him in group number D. That is Axstar. Next to Axstar's name is going to be the name Rewind, because that is his sponsor to this event.
Yeah.
But what belief to have in someone to be like, I think that you can go all the way, and I'm going to get you there, kid. That's Rewind.
Yeah, I know a couple of you guys were confused why Rewind's name was in front of Axstar. It's because Rewind's sponsor for his flight and everything to make sure he got out here, and he won LCQ over Conqueror after that reset. That grand finals was crazy, by the way. If you want to go back and watch what happened yesterday, please do so. But yeah, you're going to see Axstar later on.
I talked about going back to Tweety's results in that he got top 8 at both the 2018 Injustice Pro Series finale and the 2020 Final Combat finale. Rewind also getting top 8 in both of those, outplacing Tweety in both. He got second at the Injustice Pro Series finale, just behind Sonic. It was the Joker versus Batman matchup. And then 5th at Final Combat back there in 2020. So those are 2 players that were almost destined, I feel like, to meet.
Yes.
And they have been destined throughout the ages. Again, going back to, at least for me, 2016, back when they really made a splash onto the scene in the online realm. And these are 2 guys that really have kind of set the tone for guys that grinded a lot of those online weekly tournaments and then had the successful transfer to an offline tournament. Where I remember Tweety's first event, one that I held myself. He traveled like 22 hours on a bus. Bless that man for doing that. Went to his first tournament offline, made top 8 at it, and shut everyone up that was trying to say, oh, you're just an online player, blah, blah, blah. Both of these guys proving everyone wrong.
Beautiful stuff by both of these boys, too. Like I said, they have a lot of history being teammates and playing with each other quite a bit when it came to that offline status. But going back to the matches here, we have Zeus versus MK Javier. Now, Zeus, if you guys do not know, Zeus came in through his region. He didn't do too much traveling this year around. He only went to EVO. But when it came to his regional in Brazil, he actually took it over Conqueror in the grand final side of things, rocking a lot more havoc than he was Astra. Last year, he got 3rd place at EVO. Really underrated placement that he was doing, and he had did the same work. And this year, didn't perform as well, but still making it hit a Final Combat.
Yeah, and he made Final Combat last year, winning his online region as well. He is one of the only back-to-back regional champions of his region there in Brazil, which is known to be, it was at the time especially, like the strongest scene on the planet as far as the depth of how many great players they have down there in Brazil. It's crazy. And for Zeus to take it 2 years in a row really says something. I mean, y'all saw Lavender Rain in the last group. By God, that man was cooking.
He was cooking indeed, and we're going to see what comes out in handy right here. Zeus, as like I said, has recently he has been playing Astra, but he has been on the Havoc more.
He is not facing facial combat that we see there on this.
That is supposed to be MK Javier.
MK Javier.
That is not face out combat. That is MK Javier. He'll be playing face out later on, but right now, that's MK Javier. Group D. Oh yeah, wait. Oh, I spoiled the script. I'm sorry.
Don't spoil the script. You can't tell them the script ahead of time, Temto.
Oh, wait. I'm sorry.
You have to let it happen organically.
Oh my God, the interior was clean. Once again, guys, that is going to be MK Javier, not face out at the top. Just letting you guys know that. Poking the special and a chase down from Javi. Oh my goodness.
Javier's been on this Scorpion and only Scorpion. Oh, got him the reset there.
Input for sure.
Has been only on the Scorpion since day number 1 here, but it's always been a huge change in cameo usage throughout the year. From Jax to Tremor here to Farah as well.
Farah comes out when times get desperate, I've noticed.
When his back's to the wall?
Back's against the wall, Farah comes on his back. I got something.
He needs some literal backup.
Oh, yeah.
Farah's got him. And from Zeus, our first sighting of Ashra.
Yes.
Back-to-back Final Combats for Ashra. Different representative last time with Makaran and Zeus. Here, still on display. She's such, in my opinion, she's an anti-meta character. It's depending on the cameo, and here with Chameleon, it really depends on what rotation of Chameleon she's in, but the ability to have a cancelable move that has multiple hits of armor can really disrupt a lot of the things that can happen in Mortal Kombat.
One thing I would like to know right now is that if you guys do not know, the spinning rope move that you see Javier do is basically to increase the chip and as well as set up for Tremor to be safe afterwards, because that move is unsafe.
Yeah.
The big thing they changed about in the last patch is they made it slightly slower, but the overhead is now the first hit. That man Zeus got hit twice, and I feel like he forgot that it is actually overhead.
You don't see a lot of Scorpions out there, you know, especially at this level. Javier really is the one.
Scorpion. The duck. Oh, wait a second. Plenty
wait a minute.
Have.
How can he be the one if he's dead?
464. That was a lot of damage, by the way. Nice blocks once again. Tremor to keep yourself safe.
And anytime you block an attack in here, without a flawless block, you do take a little bit of chip damage. So when he's blocking that spin move, look at the health bar of Zeus, and you'll see it just slowly dwindle down. If he sets it up here, almost has a full tremor. Now he does the slam, and welcome to the jam.
Rock monster. The neutral duck, are you kidding me? I think he could kill off this, actually.
Oh, Mama Astra hits like a truck on this fatal blow. Here comes Divine Retribution. From Astra, here they come. Oh, baby.
And what did Maxwell say?
Wings.
Pretty wings.
Send the blades.
That's a lot of damage. Jesus.
Back off!
Almost 500 damage off that 492. Zeus closing out after that clutch neutral duck. Beautiful stuff by him.
Somebody throw in the towel.
No, the towel ain't going to be thrown in quite yet. It's the first of 3 actions out here. It's not about how you start. It's about how you finish here in fighting games.
He's still around a piece. Still both players fully loaded on meter right now. Coming off some right there. Xavier on the EX cancel the teleport. Well, special moves in this game, you can spend meter to enhance them, to change their properties. But more times than not, I'd say 99.9% times than not, enhancing them in a great way.
No, definitely so. Gonna get a 4th throw right here. The change to Chameleon is going to be on the Melina. Could walk a ball roll, does not do so. Keeps himself safe with the plus frames, goes for another back throw, and now we're in the corner.
Oh, look at him staying away from that wake up of Astra, where you don't want to be in that armor range. You just want to be in a range where you can kind of react to it. Maybe get a jump back out of the range or a jump forward. Make a decision on when she wants to come out of it. Zeus on the prowl, though.
Ooh.
And a step back into the low. Ooh, dancing on his toes with the sword.
Beautiful stuff right there. Take a note that that man tried to poke every time at the sweep. Do the slight back dash into that back 3. Going to be plus frames right here. Has to hold his damage. Sweep again. No armor. Just wakes up 3. Shouldn't do the highs. You got hit. Wait a second. He did the wrong one with Crystalline.
Could have been launched right there, but he accidentally puts an interactable on the screen. The first interactable we've seen in Mortal Kombat 1.
Bro, he threw his whole
Shades of MK11 and MKX right there.
How strong is Scorpion? He just threw the whole rock monster.
He threw a boulder.
Man, that's crazy. The boulder doesn't understand. Stop.
That's a nice boulder.
Man, that's a nice rock.
That's a nice boulder.
Oh, he got him out there. Oh, he got
almost at the pickup. Oh, just 2 seconds. Oh, there's anything he can do. He extra hit, and it's still not going to be enough. Zeus surviving a scare this first one. 1-0.
Zeus right there, staying composed. Javi, if you guys cannot see, he always plays without headphones. He prefers to hear the crowd, to hear the energy, and be in the moment. That's another big thing about him.
There's such a difference, too.
Yes, it's a very big difference. You can hear people either boo you or cheer you on in the crowd. So huge instead of being immersed with the headphones.
Again, corner carry to get started. Unafraid to wake up, though, as long as you have the safety of a full Tremor to activate him. Tremor himself, these are actually the 2 cameos that have 3 different variations of the cameo themselves. Tremor, just like in Mortal Kombat X, has 3 variations. Crystalline, Metallic, and Aftershock, and all of them have a multitude of moves that you can activate as your cameo. You can actually put on the crystalline armor yourself. You can launch, you can do a reflect. So many other things that exist in this game, and now he's an Aftershock.
And the beautiful thing between both of these cameos does have 3 different variations of it, but the thing about Chameleon's is on a constant cycle, while Tremor, you can pick and choose which one you want to have every time.
Yes, so as you'll see, Chameleon is always going to rotate after an X amount of seconds every single time. Even here, during intermission, Tremor, you have to manually input from changing to Aftershock to Crystalline or Metallic, and then his moves is you have to switch to the one you want to be at, so you have to think twice ahead when it comes to the variation. A very big brain cameo at the end of the day to really maximize the efficiency of Tremor.
And to each his own, same thing with Chameleon, because they actually had a new change that we don't see too often. You can actually reverse the order. It has a set order it already goes into with Chameleon, but you can actually reverse it if you choose to do so. I haven't seen too many players use it.
No, not at all.
Goes another down 3. Poking the special has been eating this man Zeus up. Hold on. The hard to block. We're going to be blocked indeed right there. Beautiful stuff. Tried to go for neutral duck, but stood up just in that moment to get that back throw. Javi trying to tie us up here.
Hits the cameo too. Extra damage. And a cooldown for her. Not going to matter. This is going to be death. And because he hit the cameo, you cannot break. Even though he had 3 bars of meter down there, had to hold it. Javier striking back.
1-1. Zeus going to stick out with the Astra. I thought he was going to use the Astra as a surprise pick to get the counter pick advantage, but decides to not to and still wants to stick it out with the girl. The Slayer, the Demon Slayer.
The Demon Slayer. Ooh, going for a ride. While you're in Katana, you can lift out of almost anything. Really changing things up now in the Melina version of Chameleon. Does have access to a wake up now in Jade. Just gonna be forced to watch Scorpion just swinging his chain. Swinging
it everywhere. She ain't no flame Hashira, but she definitely gonna put the flames on right now. Oh my goodness, speaking of flames. Gets to stand 2 and wake up. Got somebody to call for it. Looks to the bar. Knocked down. Javi, one more guess for yourself. The sweep again.
That's going to be some chip. Good follow block. Avoided all that. Gets out there with the jump back. Kenny goes out here. He actually read empty jump right there, but Zeus with the counter read of empty jump into the low to be underneath the high. Really big stuff. Zeus maintaining some control here.
All right. Standing composed right here. He cannot punish that full screen. The Glaive going to catch him on the way back. Couldn't get the quite hit he wanted to, but that's going to be a punish. He accidentally did a teleport right there. What a miss input.
Who sets up the frames right there, but denied by Javier. Just a launcher because of Tremor. Thank you so much, man. That's my homie in the back.
The armor get the hard knockdown off of this. Jars to back up because guess what? You got to chase me.
He said, go ahead and wake up, man. I'm not going to be there. I'm chilling.
Poking the special. Nice interrupt, but then completed. He didn't believe.
I love that Javier embodies the Scorpion way of the warrior, which is get over here. He's very methodical and slow in his game plan. Has no fear of just backing up and letting his opponent make the mistakes in a match.
And a mistake was made right there. Tried to go for stand 2 into the Molina Barrow, which is an overhead, mixing up with that low string, but unfortunately not working out too well for him. The block was correct. Double down 3 coming out of Javi. Guess what? More safety also. It looks like it's all going to be all she wrote unless conversion. Beautiful stuff right there from Javi. The stagger on the forward 3 into the immediate stand 1.
The back and forth right now. Final round. Game number 3, closing the gap immediately, but put the Chameleon down. Eats a stand 2 for his efforts. Welcome to the corner as well.
I know he's going to the markers there. He got a 2-for-1 special right there. Goes for another. Stagger into the overhead with the rope dart. Again, just commit. Man, hey, ladies, if you're looking for a man out here, Javier has no commitment issues that you just saw right there. Gets the back throw. No, that's a 4th throw instead. 130 for that. Look at that damage.
Now in Katana, where she's really a threat from almost anywhere on the screen, she can throw a projectile, float behind it. Now in the Molina has access to more mix, more conversions of the air as well. We'll see if we see one here. No. She's going to let it happen organically. Sees a spin. Accepting the chip, doing a flawless block to avoid some of it.
Javi trying to chase this down, but unfortunately it's not looking too good for him. The duck on the throw again. Forced to use 3 bars. No more breaking for the rest of this set for Javi. This match, he gets the back 3, but he didn't believe.
He was pre-committed to safety on the Tremor summon. 30 seconds right now. A gorgeous anti-air from the range of Scorpion Spear.
He doesn't have a bar, so he can't make the unblockable, but Chip is a really big problem right now. Beautiful flawless block on that poke. Tries to go forward. He gets the overhead. Are you kidding me? As a whip punish, Zeus is absolutely insane. Going for that overhead as the moment that man stuck out a moment. And guess what? Zeus is on the verge of taking this 3-1 over Javi. Javi losing a match this early, Aqua, can be very detrimental for that man's mental health.
Oh, yeah. Man, I cannot believe he had the audacity to do that overhead the way he did. You know, it hasn't done it all set long. Has put it in the reserves, saving it for a special moment just like that. For Zeus, God of Thunder. Turn things around, gets to wake up to work. Held it a little bit longer just to give him some space, just in case it was blocked right there. Sees the spin, takes it instead.
You know, it's crazy that they both have arm moves that go completely through someone. That's actually pretty funny. Oh, my. Keep it safe right there. Beautiful stuff. Just going to walk back. Waiting for Tremor to come back is Javi. That's why you see the runaway game go crazy right now.
Yeah, especially with the health lead. I mean, the Javier special. Gets the hit. No full Tremor summon, and just bullying him with the mids is Javier as a response.
Beautiful stuff right now. We're going to have our first Game 5 situation. Will be absolutely wild between these two. And they fight tooth and nail for sure. Keep yourself safe right there with the spear afterwards. Goes for the dash. Guess what? The micro duck coming in handy once again from Zeus. Brazil rising up.
And we're going for a ride. Whee! Plus frames on that meaty projectile right there as a restand on the Molina grab.
Plus frames on plus frames again. The whip punish. Oh my God. Zeus.
That was wicked right there, Tento. A double plus stand 4 into a backdash pressure sequence. Not something you see every day in the likes of Astra players on full display here at Final Combat.
But nice damage to actually rebuttal to that. Javier, when they're playing the space game right now, has no meter to work with because he knows Zeus can actually hurt him really bad if he finds a hit right. Oh my God, he didn't believe in that. He didn't know the glaive was on him on the way back, but just scores the back though. He has corner advantage. Big jump. That's a punish.
And Zeus going to be close. Doesn't have anything to extend any further right there. Javier has a lot to play with right now.
Go for NCA right there. Goes to down poke. Chip is a big problem and goes to the poke immediately afterwards. Zeus is on set point to take down Javier in their first match together.
Ever in the world where it matters most here at the World Championships. Only 2 players make it out of this group. Will one of them be here?
Look at that knee.
Javier, I mean, with 2 spins, look how much health is gone off the health bar of Zeus right there.
Oh,
a little over a
no.
quarter, but hey, as a response, I want to take as much with just 1, bro. 300. Yeet! The ballerina kick.
Bro. It's a beautiful kick, actually, right there. Tried to go for NTA with the sand, too. Not going to reach out too well. Oh, poking the special once more. The rope dart.
And one of the nasty things about this team, when he's in the Melina stance, is how dirty of a mix-up she gets off of her stand 2. Whether going to the lower Novad, Melina can force a break right here. Hold on a second. Zeus trying to close out right now.
He just might, actually. Javier was not blocking in those cases. He really was being disrespectful, and Zeus was all on it. Now he goes for the hard to blockable with the low. That stays back.
Oh, man. He needs a whole lot right now. Can he play the patient game? 35 seconds. The thing about Scorpion is, though, is he can play patient and then just immediately teleport into your face.
Patient game right now.
Has always been able to. That's the Scorpion special. Big safety there. Again, not enough damage as time right now slipping into the future.
20 seconds left on the clock. Javi, again, slightly desperate here. Dodges the glaive once more. Good for block right there. Doesn't go for armor. Another spin. Gonna have to keep it safe with Tremor. The seconds left on the clock. He believed. He gets a launch. That's the life lead. And he goes for the unblockable on Wake Up. Javier, I tell you guys time and time again, this man don't die, bro. He just don't die.
Oh, my goodness, ladies and gentlemen. We're going.
All of the time. We appreciate everyone who's joined us.
Oh.
Did you
Sector Motaru, so this is another team he's played a lot of, and Kanamani going with the Reiko instead. Now, Homelander, which we did see Kanamani tease in the button check, is probably the character he's played the most, but Reiko